what's happening with you. Don't allow your emotions to override. We are all at cruise right now. When reality starts, in Nigeria, you will not tell the woman whether he should protest or not. I will not tell the woman whether they should protest or not. But you see, for now, that they're keeping silent and catching their cruise. Allow them catch their cruise. If it is you, I'm not saying that it's said. Now it is cruise time. Allow people catch cruise. Allow people do what they do. You cannot tell a man how he should react. Especially in a very, very, very hostile nation like Nigeria. A nation where we have seen we saw all that transpired throughout the election period. We saw that transpired after the election post-election period. We have seen all that transpiring up until now. Those that want to catch cruise, allow them to catch cruise. But you see all those pockets of protests you think that's happening across the country now, you did not call them to come out. I'm telling you, they're engineered protests already. And when the next protest will start, that will lead that to a revolution, you can see on social media. At that point in time, we should be the voice of the voiceless. Because at that point in time, it's a battle of narratives. It will be the Nigerian government trying to start social media, trying to make sure that the world do not know about what's happening right now. There's protests going on across Europe as I'm speaking right now. Farmers are protesting across the world. I know, but many of you don't know this. Why? Because their message cannot get the common man on the street right across the world. Because the mainstream media in the Western world is controlled. It is controlled. So it is important that me and you understand the roles we play going forward into these dark days that we are getting to as a people. That when the main thing starts, so right now, when the main thing starts, all these crews we are catching right now, we have to keep it aside and unite as a people to salvage this country. Hopefully, when we get to that point, we understand the people are playing and we stand as people, one indivisible to save our country. Hopefully, we get to that point. Before then, I say, welcome to the brothers and sisters. I'll just pass the Jimmy, you come in and I will bring in a couple of our speakers. Please, if you have been here, just request to everyone to have a chance to speak today as much as possible. Let's pass my that out to one manager. One manager, good evening, my brother. How are you doing? Please, before you come in, please give me the passport. Just all we waited for this moment, the armed robbers. All of some very money. The age of 86 years, he did for Senegal. I still work for Senegal. Yeah, it's not something that 5 years. What is this responsibility for them? Very soon, the police is coming to this country. Everybody go fight. Are you going to be part of the revolution? Yes, I will. I'm coming. Anybody will die, will die. Anybody will remain, will remain. Time is coming. When you enter all those big men, you see them road. That just stop them, slaughter them. I'm telling you, time is coming. All those Iran, they don't go move and change it. We just come down, slaughter them. God will go vessel. Because time is coming now. Because those sisters are big man now. If anyway, me as I just so make everybody do me for my television, for the television TV. If you see any big man, where I'm about the kill another for my breast, I will tell that one, don't kill him. Kill him, don't put him back. Because that them make us be like this. Because there's a
all right. So good evening, everybody. Good evening, EmirSirDam. Good evening, Jimmy. Good evening, everybody on the space. I can see a couple of people on the space. See Grandmaster in the speaker section. Okay, I actually see our big brother Obiarari. So he's also here. I see a couple of people. Mommy B. I see Mommy B down there. I see our chief Omotayo. Lamin. See Lamin. Hey, Lamin is busy. Woman leader, I see you. My hands are up for you. I can see there's so many people in the space. Zari, Dunke. I'm calling for a random. White, I just saw you now. Uri Choma, I can see you. Peter B. Last born, I see you. I see everybody on the space. So many people. Yeah, so many people on the space. So please, if you are just joining, of course, it's Saddam has laid a very deep foundation. You probably will have to go and listen to the space again, the introduction to get it. But please, I know you probably may have forgotten, but if you are joining, go ahead and retweet the space for about 900 and something. And I think I can listen like 150 reposts. It's free. It doesn't cost much. It's even subsidized. So you can go ahead and retweet or repost the space so that we can get more people. Because I think every day on the timeline, I see a lot. I feel like people are losing their mind, not going insane. And I think the good people among those losing their mind deserves to be in a place where they can see people with like minds. So it's why I'm sometimes of recently very big on trying to retweet the space so that people that are just scrolling through the timeline looking frustrated may see it and say, okay, let me see what these people are saying here, and probably at least they can be insane for a couple of minutes or hours. All right, so I'm talking about you. I'm going to come to you. So I'm just going to take so for a long time, because normally I usually write points I want to talk about when I want to talk, even on any space, not just when I'm hosting. So for a long time now, I usually just come talk freestyle. So I don't end up blabbing, because there are some things I just want to make specific reference to, and I want people to get it. I don't. So I'm just going to. So I kind of just made some point. So I think the first topic I'll start from is actually the Igbo protest silence, or what. Of course, I've seen that conversation all over the timeline, and like Saddam said, truth is, whatever is happening now is not what we are expecting will be the solution, to be honest. But it's just that, of course, I like the fact that it's happening, because I don't think we can't how do I put it now? I think one of the biggest problems we had with Buhari, maybe because he had the goodwill of the people. The first 2 years thereabout, because of the way he came into power, people that God played. Thank God I never supported Buhari. But I usually do not blame people that supported him maybe 2011, maybe 2015. I just say, okay, maybe, it just depends on you. But for people, if you supported Buhari from 2019, you are a demon. Literally, a demon. I mean, it's okay, let me be fair to you. It's either you are a demon or you are extremely dumb. So, so I don't, maybe you didn't know. So you are either a demon or you are dumb. So it's one of the two. Sure. So I think one of the things Buhari enjoyed was that goodwill and nobody really saying anything. People just, people really endured. Buhari people are unfair judge Nigerians. So, I mean, I'm okay with anything you want to do, but of course, I know it's not the solution. I'm hoping, because then again, nobody knows what leads to a revolution. I mean, what leads to a revolution is probably never planned. I think I posted a video today of the Arab Spring how it started. So just a farmer held by some, officer somewhere. He took his goods, confiscated his goods. He wanted to pay. They said no. They humiliated him. He was trying to get justice. Before you know what is happening, they were frustrating him, and he went to the front of the government house, set himself up. It's funny enough, he didn't even really die immediately. Then from there, it became, the rest was history, right? So nobody really calculated. It was actually one man that started it. So nobody calculated that it was going to happen. But so my point is, I don't know how it's going to happen. So for me, I've told people that anything that looks like it, I would add my voice to it. I'll, support it and so on. I think my stand on this, and I think I have tweeted it some days before, and I'm not going to use like Igbos. To be very point blank, I don't think, and it's not because Igbos don't have the right. I think Igbos have actually done a lot to try to rescue Nigeria, a lot, way too much than they should be doing for an ethnic group that suffers the least from any government. So I think they've done way too much, and sometimes it backfires. So my stand really on this was, whether Igbos or obedience in general, because I've noticed they also try to muddy this water to make it look like, oh, obedience Igbos, and try to put it together. For me, I actually think, and if there's anybody that will start anything, any agitation on the streets at this point, right? At this point, because there were points where we were supposed to do it, right? And because of how mentally battered everybody was, psychologically demoralized and all that, it couldn't happen. At this point, for me, anybody that wants to start it, go ahead and start it, right? I won't recommend, Igbos starting a protest. But what I also would like to support, like, outlining it happen, or trying to discourage people from participating if they want to participate, right? I don't think it's a wise decision, because it will almost look as if we say we want something, but people are also trying to do it, and we are also trying to discourage. It might look confusing. And now I'm talking about obedience now. So that's why I say I don't want to talk about it from an Igbo perspective, really. So for me, if you want to, if you can support, but it shouldn't be you, because you were aware. It shouldn't be you calling it. It shouldn't be you. Let them call it. You give them any support you can give them. And I don't mean financial support, please. If it's your voice you want to add, if you want to join, for me, I think it's totally okay. And then the other thing I want to correct is, I've noticed sometimes when it's state-based, we also try to tie it to the election results of that state. I saw that a lot in the Ibadan situation. And I think I saw when Dele Farrow to me, made, and I don't think that's what Harry was doing, really. Harry is more like our information portal on social media. Any information, we just drop out. So, I saw when Dele Farrow to me, used Harry's tweets to also correct it and all that. So, because if we tie it to election results, somehow it's almost like us also legitimizing INEC's result. The truth is that whatever result INEC gave in this election is not a reflection. Does it mean that people did not vote Tinubu in this election? It's not. We have a few set of idiots among us. There are people that really voted Tinubu in the election, right? But it's not a true whatever INEC gave is not a true reflection of the result. So for me, like, on that particular topic, summary is let's not. I don't think we should really be bothering ourselves much about, let's enjoy the cruise that come with it, especially if it's a lamentation from an obviously Abado person. So we don't also go at the risk of now trampling on the feelings or on the sufferings of fellow obedience, right? So let's just move some of this little line. Really, and this is my recommendation. You are not obliged to take it, but I just think let's be more. Let's just tone down whatever the narrative that we are trying to put around it. Then the next thing I want to talk about is, the nepotism of the thing. I don't think it's nepotism. I actually call it Lagosism. I think it's more of a Lagos, because I think really Yoruba from other states know already. I think they are also quite angry that Tinubu is doing some really rubbing off on them, especially those that mean well, right? And there are very many in the obedient movement. Sometimes of violence space, I've tried to do a statistics of people that speak and where they are from, and it will amaze you that on violence space, majority of the times, Yoruba people speak more. Like, Yoruba people speak more on violence space. Like, number of Yoruba people that speak more. So it doesn't really make sense to tell Yoruba, Tinubu, Igbo people are this and that. As a matter of fact, I actually know that majority of the Yoruba people did not want Tinubu, directly or indirectly. Maybe not all of them were as vehement and all that. So what Tinubu is just doing, they are also like a victim. What Tinubu is doing is really, really I don't even know if Lagos. I feel like Lagos making it Lagos still it's really just his side criminals. It's really just his cycle of criminals. Really, not even really like Lagos, but for the sake of just having a name to call it, I might just leave it at that whole Lagos season. But it's not even like he's getting Yorubas from all the people he's giving is doing professional treatment towards are really just his Lagos set of people. So for me, I think it's generally I don't want to also use it to rub off on the Yorubas who are suffering the brunt and also getting the fire of the stain that Tinubu, because Tinubu is really a stain in the Europe, and this is really the truth. I'm Benin by father, mother, grandfather, grandmother, everything about me is Benin. So, but if I had a Tinubu coming out from a Benin, Oshomole alone as complimentary as people think Oshomole is, Oshomole disgusts me. I can just say Oshomole I want to puke, literally. So it's not full nepotism for me. Then lastly, which is where the last topic about the hunger strike. Okay. I'll start with the dollar update. As of the last time I said how much dollar was on Violence Space was last week Thursday. As of last week Thursday, dollar was 1,590. If you remember, I think we were almost celebrating. Like, okay, I think it had dwindled and come down a little. I can't really remember. Dollar was 1,000. I don't want to use other currency. And this, like I usually say, is on at Naira_rate on Twitter. And it's really the list. And they usually release it in the morning. So whatever figures I'll say now are morning of that day. So as of Thursday morning, it was 1,590. Guess what it was this morning? It is, or rather, as of this morning, I can't say it is, it was, because apparently the dollar is increasing per hour. Like the Naira is depreciating, Naira is losing value per hour, like figuratively, not figuratively now, really, really per hour. The dollar as of this morning to Naira was 1,795 on Naira rate. I know as of this evening, because even as of this evening now, what's it called? People's Gazette or one of the news outlets already published a news that is 1,800 and something. So maybe we'll see, of course, we will see the 1,800 and something tomorrow. Why I'm so weak is that I mean, when you predict so much doom and you will start to feel bad about the doom, that this is too much of doom, you are probably exaggerating. You try to tell yourself, maybe you're exaggerating, don't say it too much. Then you try, if I tweeted this morning and I was like, apparently the euro is going to cross, because yesterday the euro was 1,700 or something. I was like, apparently today the euro is going to cross 1,800 and probably will get almost at 1,900. And that was when I made that tweet, it was like 4 minutes to 10. So I know Naira Exchange Rate will normally post that Naira rate, we normally post their figure at about 10 or thereabout. Only for about less than 30 minutes later, the figures came out. I mean, because when I wanted to say one Naira, like, I don't think it will get to 1 Naira, but let me just say it's going to be between one. I know it will cross 1.8, but maybe 1.820, 1.830. Lo and behold, it was 1,925 euro. So, but dollar, which is really just the reference point, between, let me put in perspective, between top and today, dollar rose from 1,590 to 1,795. That is an increase of 205 naira between Thursday and today. I don't know why people, I feel like people don't know how bad it is, or we know they don't think it's bad. It is very, very, very bad. Like 205 naira between Thursday and today. Between Thursday and today, because about this time I was thinking around Thursday, right? If you calculate the number of hours, Thursday and today is like 5 days, 5 times 24 should be around 120 hours, right? 405 divided by 120, you get something around 1.5, 1.6, 1.7. It means for every hour that passes, the dollar was rising by 7 kobo. I mean, it was just like for every hour. Like as I'm talking now, the naira is rising. Man, what is coming is crazy. And I get to break it to again like I always do. It is not going to go away. I wish it would go away. But the truth is that only solution, and it annoys me that some APC, I tweeted this morning. I was so pissed because I think the most dangerous supporters, is actually these ones on social media and around media houses that sound intelligent. You know those people that do analysis, that try to say the figures of the naira, just talk a lot of nonsense. Those guys are very dangerous. They are very dangerous. I was on the space of one of them this morning. And of course, I went to the phone account. Let me just see what the guy said. And he wanted to talk about what would have happened without first subsidy. And I listened to people try to sound smart. And I'm like, what kind of proof? These guys are dangerous. These guys are extremely dangerous people. Leave them, all these illiterates, them kudus, them informal, all those. But you see these guys that sound analytic, those guys are like, I mean, if you see, I don't know to propagate violence, but if you see them, maybe the least you should do is run. Consider them a terror. Those are like, as it's fight or flight, literally. So they try to rationalize all these things. When the person was talking on that space, that's when dollar was rising. And I was like, this is crazy. So it's not going to go away. And I really pity Nigerians, especially obedience, really. It's going to be tough. It's going to be tough. I think as of today, I didn't want to believe it initially until I saw our brother Aku posted a picture. Because I saw the tweet before, I was like, I was not going to believe it's not possible. Because me, I said I don't give the benefit of that. Yeah, they can mess the system up, but they can't do it that badly. So as of today, I heard petrol is already selling for over 1,000. The one Aku posted was 1,100. The video said them go feel it. You see, it is bad. People are going to feel it. That's a real problem. As if that was not enough. So I want to tell you, because when I say it's bad, I'm not saying it's bad because I just want to say it's bad. I'm telling you why, what I've seen that makes me tell you it's going to be bad. So petrol is one. As if that's not enough. The Mumu Adelabu of power, of Minister of Power, is saying that Nigeria cannot sustain the subsidy on electricity. If you live in Nigeria, you know that the cost of electricity is quite high currently. So basically, they are saying they are going to remove the subsidy on electricity very soon. I don't even know whether there was really subsidy on electricity. Because at this point, or not at this point, I already kind of knew they do that. Like really what they do is, there's really no money for them to steal, so they want to take money from Nigerians. So it's not as if they are saying pay the real amount. They're actually probably going to tell you to pay more than the real amount so that they can get extra for their pocket. That is really what is happening. So it's almost as if they finish stealing Nigerians' money, as in, okay, they finish stealing Nigeria's money, that's the country's money. And now there's no money to steal again from Nigeria. Now they want to steal Nigerians' money. They want to take the money directly from suffering Nigerians to take to their pocket. So Nigeria, I don't know. As in, that's all I can say. We should just know what is because, like Saddam said, Venezuela, I'm sure some of them didn't see it coming. In our case, we are seeing it coming. This is not like it's happening before our very eyes. We are seeing it coming. So it is our turn as Nigerians to rule. And I say this every time. Your average duty, as the very least you should do, especially, and I'm running up here, sorry. The very least you should do as a Nigerian, which should be your average duty, is to, anywhere you go, enlighten people. If you call it radicalizing, fine. But if you think you are too cultured, you can't call it radicalizing, call it enlightening. Enlighten people, everybody in Nigeria. That's why I played that video, I played that first. I want everybody in Nigeria. First of all, I want revolution to become a household name in Nigeria. Let people begin to know. That's why that man I was saying, talking just now, I know that man is not like, oh, it's not sophisticated. If he can say it, it means people are talking about it. I played a song this morning by Tracy Chapman. She said on that song, she said, don't you know we are talking about a revolution? It is in a whisper. We are beginning to whisper it. He said, while we are standing on the welfare line, while we are standing on the doors of Army of Salvation, or Salvation Army now, we are talking about revolution. He said the poor people are going to rise up and take their share. The poor people are going to rise up and take what is theirs. This is the lyrics of that song. But what I'm saying is that if you as a middle class, you that can come to Twitter, don't do enough to point to the poor people when they rise up to who the real enemy is, they will consider you their enemy. So the very least you should do when you see people complaining in a place, pull out your phone with the Nigerian budget and tell them that you people are talking about this. Look at how much Tinubu is using. Look at how much Tinubu just approved for his son-in-law. Over 162 billion naira for his son-in-law after he appointed him 2 days. So that that should be doing it. So that by the time it won't happen, they will know that, okay, now you tell us the truth. So we know where we are going to. That's like your average duty as a Nigerian. Point everybody to where they are going to. But for the solution, because I can't even lie to you, if Peter Obi becomes president this very moment today and starts to make all the right decisions, yes, Nigeria might move very fast, but it might not even move very fast. It might not move as fast as you want it to be. That's to tell you how bad they've made Nigeria. As I round up, I'm just going to play this. That is a couple of short videos. We actually won.
Don't take it lightly. You are fighting for your freedom. It's not another election you're having. If Obi does not win, forget Nigeria.
A few moments later.
So we are tired of it. We have our vote for our president, Mr. Tinubu, but this is not his promise for us. We are tired of sovereign. Gari one, Ewa one, gas one, everything it don't cost. We are tired of it. Even power now, we are eating for you. No more endurance, no more endurance.
All right. That's my lamentation I enjoy, because if you look at the guy's face, you can tell that he's up to date. I've seen 2 videos online today of video and pictures of people saying, oh, man, I saw a man that they said collapsed until they got him food. Another pregnant woman that collapsed somewhere because she was very hungry. Nigerians, Bruno, Saddam, over to you.
Thank you very much, Brother Nigeria. Let me back you up with a further clip for Nigerians to listen. My favorite prophet, he gave me 2 oaths that did not work, but this is prophecy work, so let's listen.
That's what God is telling our Father in the Lord. If you decide to vote, if Tinubu wins, all of you are going into jail. That is God has spoken. Let's go live as spoken. That's we have said it. Let me say it in English so that they won't understand. If Nigerians vote for APC, Nigeria will sink. The economy will be in shambles. If the government of APC continues, Nigeria will suffer extraordinary. I'm not in support of anybody.
Let's leave it there. I don't care who you support, but I think the message was passed well, loud and clear. And for me, I just want to, as I wrap up and bring in Jimmy to the commercial right now. Thank you, Nigeria, for all the wonderful submission. I just want to remind Nigerians, for us, please, because we always have this short memory span. I said it. If you did not listen to me when I had my submission, please probably be joined in later. You get 1 or 2 things from there. Our short memory span makes us forget a whole lot of things that happened within the past 2 years. Bola Ahmed Tinubu did not, I repeat, did not win the last elections. He is not the Nigerian's choice. He is not the Nigerian people's choice. He does not represent, he even lost in the Southwest. And I'm saying this because I see a lot of stereotypes going on by so many of us, because in another thing we lack, majority of Nigerians like emotional intelligence. And I understand, because Nigeria is happening to us. We are reacting per second. As they rise like Ijebu Gari, now so our own body, our emotions rise like Ijebu. So we react per second. Most times we forget this reality that Tinubu did not win these elections. It was stolen from the Nigerian people by criminal elites, the elite class that have kept us in this same poverty for so long. And so when we try to, and when we have, and also as I'm saying this so you understand, when I see people mock, I am 100% in support of Nigerians mocking the APC Ronu gang. I have no apologies for that one. Because for Ayaku Mamu to be able to multiply, if you're a Christian, they say Jesus Christ multiply 5 loaves of bread and fed 10,000 people. For Yakubu Mamu to be able to multiply probably 1 million votes and made it 8 million votes, it was because 1 million bigots, 1 million stupid people went and stood in line to vote for a mania. And so if those 1 million people are being laughed at, laugh at them, use them and catch as you want, but please do not generalize your laughter to any ethnic group or people at all. Understand and point your laughter rightly to the Ronu gang. Those set of denigrated Nigerians they do not deserve any pity. I say it all the time. I say, if I see a Ronu, a car jam a Ronu, I will go and check whether the car tire is working well, whether the bumper has spoiled. Let me fix the bumper first before I think of the Ronu can freaking die for all I care. I have no sympathy. I have no empathy for those people. They are not human beings. They are animals. So please direct your anger towards the Ronu gang. Leave hardworking, innocent Nigerians. Sympathize with the hardworking ones. I'm sorry, because I understand that we are all passing through this pain. Understand this also, that when you see obedience laughing, we are laughing at those stupid Ronu gang that came out with their chest and say, I will vote my brother first. That you saw a man licking mic. They said, sir, test the mic. He licked the mic like ice cream. And you voted for that man. Whatever befalls you, you deserve it. And take it to the bank. That is how it is. So guys, please let us be very, 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 very wise while we criticize and while we mock. And as I always say, we are all still what? Captain Cruise. We are still in cruise level. Because what I want to say right now, Bola Ahmed Tinubu is a slave of West. He's a slave of the IMF. He's a slave of the World Bank, because they have his documents in their hands. He's a freaking criminal drug dealer. We have been saying this for so long here. They have his documents, they have his nudes in their hands. So for those are saying to fix the Nigerian problem is not difficult. Honestly speaking, it's not rocket science. Many nations are going into BRICS right now. It's not rocket science. But who is up there? The greedy criminal up there that is sitting on that power, Nigeria can never walk on that Tinubu. We will sink hell. I'm saying it again. Nigeria will go to hell on that Tinubu, and we'll be here to witness it. Welcome to the violence. Let me bring in my brother Jimmy right now. Jimmy, how are you doing today? Good evening, bro. Please take it away from here, please.
Miri marugo, imana yentako kansiako, opelugu kansirede, miri ababanike kansirede, ano bubola, imana jabubola, kansana kuna koluta, bubola forever. DJ Jimmy, that's my brother. Welcome, obedient, well-meaning Nigeria. You finish or you not finish? Are you guys seeing everything going on now? It is our turn to smile. It is our turn. Oh boy, I dey remember that day. I don't feel sleep during election time when they were snatching ballots. My phone was hot. Obedient. People were depressed. They were shouting, "Hey, is this how we are going to be looking? What are we going to do? They are stealing our lives right in front of us. They are doing this, they are doing that." We yelled, we shouted, we screamed, we did everything we could just to make sure we put the right person there. And for the record, it's not about Igbo Stone. Because if they bring Ojus or Kalu, I no go stay behind them. I no go support them. If they bring what do they call this one? Where they London, where they jail for London, I no go support them. It's not about Igbo Stone. It's about the fact that we had the best presidential election in Nigeria, and the Igbos were coincidentally the one that gave us the best candidate. Hey, that is unprecedented. Go on. You see, me saying as a Yoruba person, I'm supporting Peter Obi. I know Sabia. He no give me money. I don't know him from any Adams. But I stood on what he believed in. I stood on his records. Someone came out, a political man in 2023 came out and said, if you find anything against me, bring it out. That is unprecedented. I never heard him before. Let's take it out of Nigeria. Let's take it out of Africa. Let's take it internationally. I've never heard it before. None. Not a single one. We have the chance to have our own Mandela. We have the chance to present someone that is going to put Africa on the map. And we said is Nyamri, is Igbo. Well, the one that is not Nyamri, the one that is there now, how is the Ileke? How is the Ileke? How is the Ileke now? Petrol is now 1,001. Ileke ti show Hindi. Abe ti ru Ileke ti jabo. Una Ikebe don't flat now. Ileke don't come down. You guys don't know what is coming. They've not started the intro yet. These people are a bunch of clueless people. And we said it. We said it before the election, during the election, and after the election. For those of you waiting for 2027, I bid you farewell, 2027. With who? With who? You're up against demons. You're not fighting a political party. It is a total state capture. Let me give you the definition of a total state capture. Absolutely, there is nothing that works in that country. Let me give you the characteristics of a state capture. Weak governance institution, with capacity and political will to govern, or both together. Low level of service delivery, poor health, poor education, poor sanitization system, minimal legitimacy, large accountability gap, lack of democratic mechanism for checks and balances, policy tensions between trade, aid, and humanitarian development, security and drug policies, high velocity of recycling decline in process. Go and Google it and check. It's a failed state already. It is. And people will come out and say, an Igbo man will never be the president of that country. If it's an Igbo man that is destined to fix that country, you're directly saying Nigeria will never be fixed. And you want to it is jealousy. Jealousy ni ìjà lára ni. All the people where they faint, all the people where they faint, how many Chidima you don't see where they faint? How many Namdi you don't see where faint? Where you won't see it is an abomination. If you understand the song I played earlier on, only fàájì ni. Hey, but don't dárúkọ Turkey. Point and key. Àwọn Igbo wáyé eré, wọ́n wáyé wá jayé ni. No matter what the situation is, you will never see them lacking. They will always find a way. Now, you know, they shout, so they know they complain. Why would they complain? Why are they going to complain? They are doing perfectly fine. People you gave 20 pounds to start all over again. They start from the ground. And they did what? They came above every single one of you. And you're jealous. You're jealous. Igbo this, Igbo that. Etigba with him messing. Etigba with him tribe. And I said it the last space. I said it again on the space this morning. I said, I pledge to Nigeria, my country, not to Nigeria, my tribe, to be faithful, loyal, and honest to my country, not to be loyal to my tribe, not to be honest to my tribe. Look, I still believe in one Nigeria. And the reason why I believe in one Nigeria is simply because I believe an Igbo man can fix that country. Not just an ordinary Igbo man. Peter Obi, to be precise. Because he has what it takes. He has what it takes. All disobedient, they don't turn them to court. Yes, we are cultists. And you know who initiated cultism in Nigeria? Wole Soyinka. Grandfather. We are cultists. Now Wole Soyinka be the grandfather. They are the founding fathers of cultism in that country. So yes, look, we shouted, we mourned, we warned people that this is going to get to this stage. We said it. It's not as if we just wanted to scare people. No, it is what is going on right now. And for the record, though, you see that fainting promo code? It don't expire. All this way people they faint up and down. People they faint. That promo code is expired. If you go faint for where people don't, if you go faint for where people know, anybody where faint now, just walk up past them. You see, now that's the quickest way for free food now. If you know they see, people, very soon you go see a whole family faint for road. A whole family go just faint for road. People go give them food. That is the next way of getting free food in that country. I don't bust that promo code now. Law, that promo code has been scratched. If you faint now, what head die, but you know Maggie, slap him, you go wake up. About me, head do me to Lu, it is hot. Head do me Lu. Oh my GD, the lower club, bring correct Ossetian dog, then go wake up. Ongambo, una go learn by force, by fire in that country. Again, I said it jokingly. All those people where they faint, I never see Chukudi out of them. I never see Nnamdi. I never see Chiamaka. There might be one lady, Philomena, pregnant, Philomena, oh, but after time, you go see them, and then they ground. They just faint anyhow. Hey, team monk, I never see anything yet. Watch. You see, I cannot stop people from helping obedience as they've been doing. Honestly speaking, it's a good thing. Keep doing it. But I think it has a side effect, okay? I don't know how long people can keep up with that, keep giving people money. It's only going to extend what is meant to happen soonest. I don't know how people can sustain that. I have no idea how that is working. But one thing I believe is one of the reasons why people are still holding back is simply because they believe when they come online, their prayers are going to be answered. They believe all the prayers, the night vigil they've been doing. Someone, somewhere on Twitter, miraculously could just say, okay, they want to give someone 200,000 naira and that's it. You see, it's not even about the money. What is that money going to benefit you in that country? The system does not work. 200,000 can set up a good business for you, but guess what? It's going to crumble. You end up using that money to eat or to buy something just to sustain yourself. And guess what? You go back to level one. You go back to from the scratch. And whoever it is giving you money, it's not going to be sustainable. It might be for now, but trust me, at a point in time, people are going to be dependent on that. And that will give them the energy of not doing what is right. I'm not saying you shouldn't help, but trust me, it's not sustainable. I have a lot of people in my DM as well, but I call it tough love. Right now, I cannot keep up, okay? But I think the only thing we can do now is to keep talking about this. We need to put more pressure. We need to, all these ones where then they do protest for Ibadan. Saddam, you said it right. They do poster. See the money for poster. The person where they give that money, say me go do that poster. If the hunger reach one level, that person go chop that money. They're not go now from there. Now the anger go come make them hit this list. I give you money, but you go print, you go chop, you go and chop it. Oh God, they're hungry. Once that slap before you know a protest don't start. That is how the real protest will start. They are organized. They get t-shirts. They get microphone and they shout. They get generator. My brother, it is well planned. You see, when what will happen, it's not going to be protests. Hey, it will be a tsunami of angry people. Angry people. We've not even started. We are getting there. We've not started. It is 40 minutes past 2 here, and we have about 1 hour, 20 minutes left for people to speak. I'm not going to hog the mic. Welcome to Violence Space. It is Tuesday. We do this every Tuesdays and Thursdays. Welcome if you're joining for the first time. It's going to be a brilliant time for you. I assure you of that. I can see the regulars here. God bless you all. Uncle Charles, I see you. Lamine, nice to have you back, my lovely sister. Gaboni, Naira Exchange, Antibolanle, God bless you. Grandmaster, I see you, my brother. Sean L, I see you, Mike. Anatu, Real Jack, TK, Lady Pels, God bless you, my lovely sister. Joe Obedient, I see you. Nonconformity, Omega X, God bless you, my brother. Sweet Angel, Nello, Bill and Wow, Ella, Anka Dede, Gregory, Honorable Ada, God bless you, my sister. Willie E, Wilfred, the cartoonist, God bless you for what you do. Dan, God's Will, Olawumi, Dunke, Dr. Roya, I see every single one of you. Polonium, God's Will, Mary White, Health is Wealth, Dr. Bankole, Yoruba Girl, I see you. Fatai, Justice, Prince Kells, Kolade, Ikechuku, K, Maureen, Obina, Julius LP, Oluwadamilare. I see every single one of you. God bless you all. I can't keep up with the names, but yes, I see every single one of you. God bless you all. Welcome to Violence Space. Back to you now, Saddam. God bless you.
Thank you very much, my brother Jimmy. Thank you very much. Guys, I'm getting complaints from the comment section that people cannot. Some people say they keep dropping from the space. I don't understand. I think the space got a whole lot of reports. These people, these children of the roasted corn, we gather, they don't want to hear us speak, so they try to report the space. But we're gonna see how far we can take. Probably the space crashes, we might come back. But I'm just saying, just in case. Before I open up the floor, it's good to have every single one of you on the platform one more time. My sister Lamine, good to have you back. You don't do Nigeria. I want to hear progress reports. All right, but before I go, there's a tweet. There's a tweet from today. Please, today is 19th, right? February 19th. Is it today 19th, please, or 20th? Can someone just quickly
20th.
20th. Okay. Today, that means it's even irrelevant for me to see this tweet today. Peter Obi is no longer a source of concern for me, as long as his supporters engage civilly around my tweets. Our primary focus should be on the elected government in charge. The ongoing hardship in the country is escalating day by day. You see some English, and we cannot afford to play politics with. That is from Serikin Waspapping. the bigot in chief. You guys know him now. I just let me just read his tweet too. For those, I just saw it now. I say, it's my eye paining me. You see what I said earlier on my submission? I said, what will unify Nigerians is the hardship that is coming. And it will reach that level. You will not even ask. My only, as one Nigeria said, we have to be very, very, very strategic to the point that when it happens, those people at the lower chain of the lower scale of the table will not look at me and you and be seeing Tinubu. Because you know what hunger used to do. Hunger, you'll be seeing, if you see Gary when you're hungry, you think it's rice, you think it's spaghetti. Let them not come and look at you and be seeing Tinubu in their eye with hunger. It is important to start channeling these discussions down to the grassroots to understand your problem is your local government chairman, your senator, your house of rep, your governor, and Tinubu. These are the problems of Nigeria. And if we do not collectively pursue these people from that place, they will pursue us. All right, let me pass back the mic to Emily Nigeria. He does this better than me. Bringing up our speakers. We see every one of you. Everybody's going to have a time to speak. I really cannot wait to hear what you guys have to say about this topic today. Let's have an amazing conversation. Please, guys, if you're not to the space, please share the space, between the space. Let's have more people into the conversation. Thank you very much. And if you're joining us for the first time, this is the Violence Space. Well, Nigeria, back to you, please.
Yeah, thank you very much, Saddam. Thanks to everybody for being around. It's going to be an interesting space, at least for a couple of 1 hour plus. Your mind will be sane. All right. Quickly, I think, of course, you guys know I'm going to start with Mommy B. So I'm going to call up Mommy B. After Mommy B, I'll come to Grandmaster then Lamin. Mommy B, go ahead.
Good evening, everyone from my side. Oh my God, Setup. I actually missed your submission because Twitter was showing me shaggy. As I was going from one account to the next, it was just blocking, and I'm unblocking myself, and after I just crashed. I was like, they are on my case again. But anyway, I'm here now, so that's good. I hope you're good, well-meaning. Abromi Jimmy, I hope you're all right. Everyone on the space, see you all. Oh my days. Hunger strikes. You see, the thing is, if you don't have sense, when hunger enter your matter, you have sense by force. Right? I mean, I've been looking at the tweets. People are, and obedience, we're getting better at just screenshotting as opposed to quoting the tweets. And I'm looking and I'm just like, you know, concern me. If you're hungry never starts. Because to be frank, right? It's I mean, how can you, it's like somebody giving you food, putting a table before you, and telling you, look, this is all what you're going to get if you do a particular thing, and then next to it you see just arid desert, just sand, right? Sand, no water, nothing. And you say it is what that's all you want. So after you've done that, as an adult, you made a choice, and then you're coming to cry. Why is it my responsibility to have sympathy for or empathy or anything that has T at the end for you? You made a choice, right? And consequences. We born Pikin, we tell our children if they do something wrong, if they will tell them, if you do this, this will happen. Right? They do it, and we let them have their consequences. So why would I be having a conversation with grown-ass adults, right? Grown-ass adults, right? Who would then come and be doing this level of crying, and they want us to, please, they should go and find somewhere to sit. I am not interested, right? I will not advocate anyone join them, because this one is I when N6 was saying it the other day, I kind of really agreed with him. This is controlled opposition, right? The real protest has not started. Because guess what? Those who hunger, they don't have data to come and put it on Twitter for you to see. When hunger hits, right? There's no decorum to it. There's not just about song singing and whatnot and what have you. No. They will start acting like animals, right? I remember reading Lord of the Flies back in the day, right? Back in the day when these kids were shipwrecked on this island and what have you, and they turned into animals, right? And when you think about it, right, the primal urges that comes with hunger does not know decorum, does not know respect, does not know anything. In fact, anybody that looks like they have eaten while a hungry man has not eaten, you will automatically become a victim of their anger. They're not hungry yet. They're not. This one is preamble. This is preamble. So it's gonna be a long ride. Let's just be watching them. Them telling us that we cannot laugh them is a lie. APC Southwest, laugh every single one of them. Laugh. And those that are telling us that they have that they made a mistake, it's bullshit, right? Because when you allow them to speak and they start making points, they're still throwing jabs, taking digs at P2B. If you make a mistake, that will not be something that you will say. So as far as I'm concerned, we're not there yet. We are like level 1 of hunger. When we are going to level 100, they should continue. They should just leave us. We're not interested, right? And as for my Igbo brothers and sisters, what's it concern protest? I beg, your level of resilience is more than, you see. Yoruba people cannot go with hunger. We cannot bear hunger. That's just the long and short of it. But you guys have learned, it's now become who you are, right? So why would you protest? Now you put Tinubu there. I beg, those that put Tinubu there should go and protest against him. We're not interested. When the revolution begins, you will know, right? And everyone will fall out at that point. But this one they're doing is controlled opposition, and they should stop trying to finger our brains and trying to gaslight us. We're not interested. We are not. As for Tinubu's nepotism, you know what? Shebi, that was what Buhari was doing, and they told us to shut up. On that level, I no get comments. I no get comments. Any which way. In fact, if he likes, he should appoint his granddaughter, his grandchildren, the youngest one, the suckling one, that's still they are still sucking breast. He should appoint them as if anywhere there is money, he should appoint them there. It no concern me, because this pain, yes, it's a pain, and I feel for my fellow obedience, and wherever we can help. And I've seen love, obedience, you're great people, helping where we can, right? But this pain, it has to be felt in full. This one that they're crying and looking for alliances all over, somebody who's going to join them, it no concern you. When revolution, this is protest, that be hunger. When revolution begins, no one will tell anybody before we all fall out. Thank you, I yield.
All right, thank you very much, Mommy B. That one, they see secular. You never secular say revolution. Now I tell you, say sure, it's not serious. So it is a comedian. They know they do secular. They know they do flyer, revolution flyer. You can do protest flyer. All right, Grandmaster, let's quickly have you. I know, so we have like very little time. So if you can try to make our submission as short as possible. So I'll come to Grandmaster, after which I'll go to Lamin, then we'll take it from there.
All right. Good evening, my brother Saddam. How you doing now? Well, hope you're doing good. I see everyone. Jimmy, my guy, what's the happen now? Greetings to all of them, man. I greet everyone. Well, I mean, you said something where you were making your submission. You didn't need to mention the name. I already knew who you were talking about. The pseudo intellectuals who host spaces in the morning and spew all manners of nonsense. In fact, the one I was listening to today, I couldn't hold myself back. Like, I was just laughing the entire time. Don't be mistaken. A lot of the time, they sound as if they are coming out here to, criticize the government. These guys are masters in their game. They are not out there to criticize the government. They are out there to water the ground. You understand? Tenderize you and make you believe that everything is still fixable. I want to tell you right now, it is not fixable. And I'm telling you this right now as somebody who's on ground. Guys, it is bad. I'm not kidding you. Maybe people are not telling you this, but I'm seeing this from the perspective of somebody who came into the country, and it is extremely terrible what's going on currently in Nigeria. I made a tweet this morning. It was like all of a shock. This morning around 8 o'clock, I was driving to the market, and then all of a sudden, they told me that fuel is now 1,000 naira a liter. Think about that for a second. You need 10,000 naira to get 10 liters of fuel. My brother, if you're a very active person, 10 liters of fuel cannot even last you up to the midday. That is just how it is. Depending on the type of car you drive, it wouldn't last you more than 4 hours or the distance you're traveling. That is how bad it is. And people were telling me it's actually 1,250, elsewhere. I'm telling you, this is not a joke. It is not a joke. What is currently going on in Nigeria is ridiculous. Like, when I mean ridiculous, it is, in fact, the Germans say lächerlich. In fact, lächerlich is the word ridiculous, but when they say lächerlich, it sounds a little bit more like, what exactly is this? It is disgusting. I'm sorry to say this. Right before me, I went to the Malams to change money. Right before me, this money jumped by 50 units right before my presence. You understand? Right before my presence by 50 units. It is that bad. Honestly, I keep saying this. I'm really, really shocked that in all this, Nigerians are quiet. Maybe there's something they are doing I don't understand. Maybe there's some life hacks they are using that I do not understand. Because I keep asking questions everywhere I go and asking people, what exactly are you people doing to survive this mess? And everybody just keep telling me, we go survive them now, not today. And right before my very eyes, fuel jumped from 650 yesterday to 1,000. You understand? Even me when you say I enter, you understand? Even though I can afford it, I'm asking myself, is this normal? And this is the problem. You understand? This is the problem. I've looked around and I'm asking myself, what is the solution? I don't see one. And I'm just here to tell people, you understand? You, like the diaspora, you are looking from the outside in. You don't understand what I'm talking about. I don't know how I'm going to be able to articulate this. You need to be on ground to understand exactly what I'm talking about. Everything, the price doubles. I swear to God, on last week, I bought cashmere fabrics for 15,000 naira a yard. I went back today to the market to buy the same cashmere fabrics. I was told it is 24,000 naira a yard. They are not removing shishi from it. I thought the guy was bluffing that if I start walking away, that they would just call me back and say, guy, come and take it for 18. I was walking away. The guy didn't even look me 2 times. That was something I bought last week for 15,000 naira a yard. That is how bad it is. The way the things are actually adding prices, the prices are increasing. It is ridiculous. Please, Nigerians, if you come up here, tell us how they do. This is not okay. And I don't see a way forward. You see, I see my people saying they are protesting. People are protesting, but let me tell you the truth. You can protest from here to the end of time. Tinubu is not leaving that office. It is a complete waste of time. And think about it. Even if Tinubu left that office today, who do you think is going to take over the position? You think it's Peter Obi? No, it's going to be a Shetima. It is a whole mess. You understand? But what I want to say here is this. Please, my people, Nigerians are going through a lot. They are going through a lot. Whether you voted for Peter Obi or you voted for Tinubu, you understand? People are going through a lot. It might be okay for you to be in the diaspora and mock people. Trust me, even your fellow obedient are going through it. A lot of them, shame, no greed them, come your DM. But they are going through it. I don't think at this particular point in time you should be mocking people. You can curse me all you want. I don't give a damn. Your words don't move me. But this is not the time to mock Nigerians. This austerity is hitting everybody. Obedient, non-obedient. Agbado, non-agbado. Igbo, Yoruba, Hausa. Everybody is feeling the heat. And I feel like if you can help people out, do it and not mock them. I mean this and I mean it vehemently. Let's not mock people. Yes, you don't have to protest. You don't have to be a party to the entire, exercise. But do you need to mock people? Because I saw what happened in Ibadan. And I saw obedience. We are mocking people in Ibadan. Yes, some people have said that this is, a kind of an organized protest. But the truth is this. People in Ibadan and Oyo State, actually, some of them voted for P2B. I remember very, very vividly when the result was being counted. University of Ibadan, the polling units were all tallying for P2B before the IRF went down. And I'd like to believe that the same thing could be replicated elsewhere in that state. So do you think that the best approach is for you to come out here and start mocking them? Is that the best approach? Maybe you might think you can mock them, but the truth is this. Whether you want to deceive yourself or not, your next door neighbor is feeling that thing. He could be unobedient, but he's still feeling it. So you can go ahead and keep on mocking people and saying all the things you say. I think this is the time we should be a little bit emotionally intelligent. Strategize better. Weigh our words, the type of things we say to people. Because you might be calling people, oh, this was Naronu. Within that thing, there might be other obedient who actually voted for you. What do you think is going to be their thought process as they are listening to you spewing the things you are spewing against them? I will say it. I don't care whose ox is God. There's nothing you can do to me. And I'm saying it here. You can curse me if you want. You can come in my DM and curse me out. Go on the timeline and comment section and curse me out. It's nothing. It's water off my back. But we should be a little bit more emotionally intelligent. And I'll be ending with this. I think a lot of us have focused so much on the Ronu people. I think we are missing a very vital part, or let me say group, that is responsible for what we are suffering today. And it is the Arewa group. That is the dangerous part. These are the dangerous people. I see the Ronu ones as pinky and the Arewa ones as the brain. I was in a space where these people are spewing nonsense. These people are unrepentant. They are not willing to change. And I think we have a job to do. If we are going to have a standing chance in 2027, instead of mocking people, let us start strategizing now. It's not going to be easy, because for us to take that man out of that place, it's not going to be easy. This is the time to start mobilizing, strategizing, preaching the good news. Not 1 year before elections, we start running helter and skelter. Please, my people, I came here to say this. Nigerians are suffering. Nigerians are seriously going through it. And you need to be on ground to understand what I'm talking about. So please, let's be a little bit emotionally intelligent. Go ahead and cuss me out. I don't give a damn. It's not going to change anything. Thank you very much. I yield the mic.
Nigeria will see positive changes as we move along. Just go through these baby steps of pain. Baby steps of pain.
Well, Nigeria, sorry, let me just come in. Let me just come in and say something to my brother Grandmaster. Grandmaster, I want you to understand something, bro. That see, Nigerians are suffering. Nigerians have been suffering, and Nigeria will continue to suffer. So whether you feel by telling, if I tell them, oh sorry, Nigerians, oh sorry, it does not change the fact that Nigerians will suffer tomorrow, or the fact that dollar will increase tomorrow, or the fact that it will not change anything. But one thing I'm certain is that Nigerians need to suffer. It's my son, and I'm not a human being, but we need to really suffer to the point whereby we understand that our basic problems does not lie in tribe or religion. So we can focus on the problem is that we get so carried away by suffer, reduce the suffering small now. These same people that are trying to give empathy to today now, they will still come out tomorrow and do what is wrong, because we have a short memory span. So Nigerians should let us reach this apex of suffering. In fact, I'll say that if you eat rice December this year, you're a ritualist. This year. Let us reach that level. Let us reach that level for once. If we can't freaking fix this country, let everything go to hell. So if you empathize with them, stop, it's okay. You think these animals that have voted for Tinubu, if you give them ballot tomorrow, they will not vote for him tomorrow? You think they will not vote for him tomorrow? These freaking criminals, if these animals, you put ballot tomorrow with the suffering, you think they will not vote for him? People that are blinded by bigotry, let them die of hunger. Let hunger kill them. If hunger does not reset their brain, I don't freaking care what happens to them. Please, I don't. This all, let all of us suffer. Make we suffer ram. If you know if you get sense, stand up as a people and revolt, like our mates did in the Arab Spring, like our mates are doing across other countries. If we cannot stand up as citizens that understand the power we have, let us suffer. Let the elite class continue to enjoy. Time for all this empathy should end, please. We have done it so much. And we're talking about 2027. 2027. Hey, God have mercy. Hey, people go see their life for Nigeria 2027. Will there be people alive in 2027 in Nigeria? We're in February. We're coming to say people are suffering. February, oh. We never go say people go, where will be alive till June, July. If they talk of 2027, you know past 2024, you don't go to 5, 26, 20, which hand? Where you want to see? How can you vote? Brother, let us come to reality right now. Face this country. We either service country now or never. There is no 2027. How it will happen, I don't freaking care. But the only way forward for me is an outright revolution. Send this freaking let's reset this system. It is not. We're not going anywhere with where we are right now. Honestly speaking, when back to you.
Yeah, thank you very much, Saddam. Let me just to inform people. It's very good information that you need. Everybody, you need this. Mahmoud Yakubu's tenure will expire, I think, latest next year or ending of this year. The next INEC chairman is going to be appointed. Remember, it's not Tinubu that appointed Mahmoud. It is Buhari that appointed Mahmoud Yakubu. Yes, Buhari that appointed Mahmoud Yakubu. The man that Tinubu said he was crying was the one that appointed Mahmoud Yakubu. And Tinubu was able to buy him over to rig election. So Tinubu now will now appoint his own INEC chairman. There was a speculation Jackson brought today about who it is going to be. Of course, APC have broken it. Normally, it's very rare for you to have an INEC chairman from the same region where the president is from the same. In fact, if the president is from the south, the INEC is normally very rare. But Buhari broke it. Tinubu is about to continue. If that person is correct, oh lord. Anyway, Saddam, like I said, this thing not good take. Yeah, you go take, brother, because I know why this revolution I'm waiting for. Because where we are now, according to Presido, listen again.
Nigeria will see positive changes as we move along. Just go through these baby steps of pain. Baby steps of pain.
Mm-hmm.
Me too, I'm taking baby steps.
Me too.
As the president.
He's taking baby steps.
Not marching in a hurry.
He's not marching in a hurry. I'm not sure that I understand what happened to me. So he's not in a hurry to fix these baby steps of pain. So these baby steps of pain will become giant strides of pain. These are baby steps. So we enter giant strides of pain. So Lamin, over to you.
Oh, Saddam, good evening.
Woman leader, wow.
Hey,
now money,
Dr. Lutem Balance don't start yesterday.
Money, and I know they see anything.
Koshi, you are who? You ready any euro? You talk to person any naira. Please, please. Oh God. Good evening, guys. I don't even know where to start. I swear to God. If I start, I think I'll take the whole 1 hour. This country is a mess. Hey, goodness me. I'll just talk from the perspective of, I'm in Lagos. I've been in Lagos for the last 3 months, and I think I'll be here till the end of the year. I have a project I'm doing in Lagos, so it will take a whole year. Guys, hey God, people are suffering. I don't know how to explain it. People are suffering, like literally, people are suffering in that Lagos.
In Lagos State, that our
you would think they are mad. They are not mad though. It's suffering. So, like I'll be telling my driver that is this guy, has he gone mad? He said, no, madam, it is na hunger. Like You will see people on the road naked. You think that they're like they are mad, like crazy, crazy. It's not crazy. So they are not normal because they are hungry. Hey, goodness. You know, I just feel, I don't know how APC party is so evil and demonic. I'm in Lagos. Alaba market was shut down for a while. They came back, they increased the money for the rent. They did the same thing in trade fair. And I'm asking people, I buy the wood I use for my work is Swiss Chrono. It's a Lebanese company that owns the company. They call it wood trading, but the wood is Swiss Chrono, it's from Switzerland. They increase everything that they think Igbo people, any business, they think that Igbo people are involved. And me personally, I know that is what someone is doing. I'm wondering, you think that you increase the price of things, the people you are increasing the price of things for will not put that cost on what they are selling. And who will buy it? People living in Lagos. And I'm wondering, how is this man doing his maths? Like, are these people normal, or is it that they just don't give a fuck about even the people that voted them? Because you increase the cost of rent, cost of this, you charge them for this VAT, you charge them for that VAT, and you think they're stupid. They will not put that cost on what they're selling. I keep wondering, you will pay for goods today, and you're picking it up. Somebody I paid for some. I'm in Ghana. I came to Ghana for few days. I'm telling you guys, I paid for something. I bought some panels and I paid for it. And I told somebody that works for me to go pick it up between an hour. And the owner of the store said it has increased by 300 per panel. Each panel has increased by 300. I have paid for it. In less than 1 hour, between paying and picking, they've increased the price by 300. And I'm saying, these people think they're dealing with Igbos. Meanwhile, they're dealing with everybody in Nigeria. That is how evil and demonic APC party is. Lebanese, people, they say Europeans and Lebanese, if you come to Ghana, it's almost like all the Lebanese that left Nigeria and Europeans are coming to Ghana. Every street you go to, every restaurant you go to, every eatery, every joint you go to, all you see there are Europeans. They've all left. And when you have a conversation, oh, no, your country is not safe. Oh, this is inconsistent, bottleneck, every procedure to do business in your country is hard. It's crazy. The people I buy, you give invoice you give an invoice, a performance invoice to a client today. In less than 1 week, you cannot do that project at that same cost. Why? Because people collect dollar. The people that I buy wood from now collect only dollar. In the morning, you call them, what's your rate this morning? You will now pay. In the afternoon, you call them, what's your rate this afternoon? You will now pay. In the evening, because if you don't call before you give an invoice, you give an invoice the next 1 hour, 2 hours, or 1 week, you need to put into consideration that you're giving an invoice. So maybe give like 40 or 50% increase, pending what the craziness of dollar will be. Because everybody in Nigeria use dollar, whether we want to agree or not, we all use dollar. Everything we're buying is tied down to dollar. Even those that are doing local production of product farming, they will tell you that it's dollar. It is crazy. You guys have if you don't live in Nigeria, like Grandmaster said, you have no idea. But the thing is that I empathize with those that did not vote this man. And actually, let me not lie to you guys, I'm scared as fuck. That's the truth. I am worried because I'm looking at my business and I'm saying, oh my God, am I supposed to start leaving this country now to go and start over in another country? At what age? What business will I go and do there? Will I go and start my business all over there? Or will I go there and go and be washing somebody's bum? Or go and start doing nursing work? It's crazy. It's scary. At any freaking time in this country, you have to make sure that your passport has a visa. At any freaking time in this country, it is better to have a backup plan. Like, you earn your money in Naira, you convert to dollar. You earn your money in Naira, you convert to dollar. If you keep your money in Naira, you're finished. Because Saddam said before the end of this year, oh my God, before the end of this year, if you don't have a visa and you don't have some USD as your backup plan, voila, you're stuck here and you're stuck for good. These people will finish everybody. So the issue of empathizing, I'm sorry, Yes, I'm here too. I'm feeling sorry for myself because I'm doing business and I'm seeing what policies and everything these governments are doing, how they are frustrating Nigerians. You've embezzled all our money. All the oil well has been mortgaged. We don't have any money. Nigerians are not. The country is not any money. Then now you're taking money from owners of accounts. If you have a domiciliary account, if you do transfer, they take money. If you receive money, they take money. If you pay VAT, whether you use the money or you don't use the money. If they transfer money into your account, they take 15 naira. For those who do business, if you receive money 100 times in a day, you pay 50 naira 100 times in a day. Is it not ridiculous? How can you take 50 naira? So someone who have like 1,000 transaction in a day, do you know what that means? 50 naira times 1,000 times how many million people in a day? Because they've eaten all the money. If Nigeria is so broke and this man is saying, take baby step with me, you're saying take baby pain. Why are you not also why are you not going through the pain? Why are you still sharing money in fake? Why are the senators still making money? Why are you not doing any? These guys do not want to do it. First of all, they don't have you only give what you have. They don't have idea of what to do. Even if they do, they will not do it because they want to embezzle money. There's nothing. These guys will do nothing for Nigeria. The only way out is for Nigerians to get so hungry. And the way they are attacking Dangote's truck and collecting his rice and collecting his cement is the only way. By the time it gets to the point where Dangote, every time he's traveling with his a trailer of rice or semo or spaghetti, people are attacking it and collecting it. When it gets to that point and everybody is on the streets, the military will take over. Yes, it is true that no matter what we do, PO will not come, but military can take over. At this point, anything is better than Tinubu. At this point, anything is better than Tinubu. And if it's only to get Nigerians hungry to the point that they come to the street and we eat ourselves, if that is where it will get us to pull this man, because something has to give. Something has to give. We can't have that man for 4 years. It's impossible. They are not going to do anything about what is going on in this country because they are not willing to, and they don't know how to. They don't know how to, and they are not willing to. Because if the country works, everything is better. They don't want things to be better. They don't want you to know better. They don't want you to go to school. They don't want people to be educated. They don't want to be challenged. So they don't actually want the country to work. They want to get us so broke, so wretched to the point that when 2027 election comes and they give a voter 100 naira or 500 naira, they will lie down on the floor and vote for them. That is what they are doing. They will get Nigerians so poor. So if Nigerians don't get hungry to the point that they kill, when you see them on the road, you're stoning senators, stoning governors, stoning ministers. When you see their kids, you harass them, tear their clothes in the malls or supermarkets or on the streets. If we don't get to that point, I swear to God Almighty, Tinubu will not leave. Military will not take over because anything is better than Tinubu. I swear to God. Well, I'm just going to give the mic. When we're in Nigeria, I see your hand. It is sad. It is just sad.
Yeah, I mean, I can. Oh no, I mean, in your submission, you gave a lot of good advice. I hope people took note, yeah, because first of all, don't keep your money in naira. I mean, just try.
And if you want to use bank that you know is international bank like Standard Chartered. I'm not advertising for them. Just know the bank that when the country has gone bonkers, you can access your money in another country. If not,
that's the bank that Abdul Peter said actually started. Yeah. Anyway, thank you very much, Lamin. That's very Omo. But Shannon, I don't miss Lamin. Me, I've been chilling. I told you people that she's now money she did. Now not yet the submission. She did get that submission. That's woman leader. All right, thank you very much, Lamin. Thank you very much. Okay, quickly, I'm gonna go straight to...
I beg, before you go ahead,
yeah, okay.
Real quick, before you go ahead, you see, about what Saddam said earlier on regarding people in Nigeria and what Grandmaster said. I'm a very sympathetic person, right? But you see, something happened. A lot of things happened during this last election, and the one that actually struck me so hard was late last year. We're having a conversation on a space, and Obedient in Nigeria, we're actually referring to
obedience in diaspora that we want them to go out there and get killed. That if we want them to do protests, we should come down to Nigeria and do the protest. I think that was the point in time a lot of people drew that line, and people were like, so you can collect our money, but you want us, you cannot do what is right at the same time. It's not a back and forth kind of thing for me, but to me at that point in time, because trust me when I say this, a lot of us put in more than we can afford into this movement, not because we're expecting something back. Don't get me wrong, Nigerians too did, a lot of Nigerians did. But if I tell you what we in diaspora went through, besides the money, what we went through because of this movement, everybody has something to say about it. Everybody. But I believe monetizing, going out to do what is right for you is not the way forward. And a lot of obedience in diaspora decided to pull back since those words were said since last year. And that's the reason why people just keep saying, you know what, let them deal with it. At the end of the day, it was not a discrimination. At the point in time, we're saying, oh, okay, anything we're doing, just obedient, just obedient, just obedient. And since when that thing happened, when people were saying it out clear that, Melna, come down. Now, one minute we go die. Melna, come down, buy ticket, come down. And I said it on the space. I said, Melna, no worry. I'll guys save money for ticket for my family and everybody to come down. So it's sad that people are going through all this. It is sad. But guess what? People in Sri Lanka, they weren't sending money to people back home. People were hungry and they hit the street in their numbers. Old, young, and old people, they hit the streets. Let us try and be. We are emotional, we are sympathetic, but it's not going to solve the problem. To me, I call it tough love. Thank you. Are you back to you?
Yeah, all right. Thank you very much.
Sorry,
So
let me just add to what
okay.
you said. And also, my sister, I mean, you made a very, very important point about me. I do not agree. Anything, what I don't agree is that P2B cannot come back. Not lie. It is we as Nigerians that voted him. That's why it's any protest that is not remove Tinubu, put P2B. How they want to do it, they will do it. We just that we are citizens, we still don't know our rights. We are still in that point whereby we are pampering these freaking criminals. When we hit Nigerians, that's why any protest you're doing is hunger. I will never endorse any protest. You people should die of hunger. The only protest I will endorse and stand and say, remove Tinubu and put the person that won the elections. And let him fix this freaking country. Any other thing is waste of time. If you do hunger protest and they release grains of rice to the market, people will not calm down. Tinubu will continue. Then hunger will kill people after 3 more months. You cry again like the street. I people Pharaoh and the Israelites. Remove Tinubu and put Peter Obi there. If you're not ready for that, this thing, you people should stay at home and hunger kill all of us. Simple. Bye-bye.
You all admit it. Now they talk about Singapore after revolution. Me, I'm not interested in what.
And after the revolution, now they go they
make it
happen next.
It's not my business. I just know that we cannot retain APC. Malam Jabri is here. Kill APC before APC kill you. I just know that we cannot retain APC. That's the only thing I know. We cannot retain APC. Let me quickly go through. There are so many people and there are so many requests. Those of you that requested, I think I'll just try to control the timer. I know a lot of people that are speaking today are not like they've not been around for some time. So I'm going to go to Gaboni, after which I'll come to Naira exchange with that. Those are people that have been here for some time. Malam Tabi, I can see you. Izona, I see you, Mike, and everybody on the stage. I can see you. All right, Gaboni, you do 3 minutes. You be customer.
Thank you. So you okay.
You don't go this your book again. Move your earpiece.
Okay. Okay. Good. This
the situation waiting for Nigeria right now, it is beyond critical. The kind things why the year, we say information why the year, it is beyond critical. Critical no reach. I think this is not a critical thing now, if for better. This is beyond critical. I've seen people that were doing well, before I left Nigeria, people that were, at least managing life. Now, food's not even there. Nothing there. I had a church. I just said this evening again. Another of my church yesterday. I had one today. And I was there from another person again. There's a group I belong to in my church. One of our member, is a violencer too. When it comes to violence space, there was a day I saw him on violence space. I was in church. We were doing meeting, and I just picked his phone. He was on violence. I was like, okay, you did violence space? Yes, no, I think you do this. I was sir, I say, yes, I say everybody now. And I was gonna say, Gaboni. He said, Gaboni, he heard the name. He said they know the person. That's not me because Gaboni is my nickname. So he was like, is it not you? I said, yes. So telling today that this man has been kicked out of his house, things have been bad. So many people are going through a whole lot in that country. These people have reduced Nigerians to beggars. These people have reduced Nigerians to like, I don't even understand. I've seen people that are falling into depression, people that are crying, people that don't even have hope of where the next meal will come from, people that, the worst thing is that even those that have salary cannot even manage the situation because what your salary won't reach you do. That was why when what's his name? This is our brother we just talk now. When he was talking about how Nigeria is doing this, because I don't even understand how Nigerians are actually doing this. Grandmaster, when he was saying about, because I don't understand how Nigerians are not like all over saying enough is enough. Because how do you tell me that just last year a pack of spaghetti was around then, that's when it started going up now, around 250, 300. Now a pack is 800 spaghetti one. Indomie super pack 120 grams 750. Now that they are saying fuel is 1,000 something, 1,000 naira. If not be saying Nigerians are alien, how does a normal human being survive this situation? The only thing I can say is that Nigerians are aliens, because normal human beings don't survive these kind of situations. These are things that people in other parts of the country cannot even survive 1/10 of it. But because of tribalism to an extent, people are just keeping quiet. And I understand the factor of fear, but believe me, that fear is going out from everybody's eye, because all die and die, because people are already dying. Like as we said, yes, to me, the protest, it should not be, for a person, like the protest should not be a big power protest. So we are hungry protest. So this is not a big power protest something. No. This should be a protest of APC as a whole should go. They should go. These people have become they like right from 2015. They've been, they've been the nightmare of this country. APC have been the nightmare of this country. When Nigeria was saying he pardoned those that voted in 2015, that those that voted in 2019, if you did it based on say some you not knowing, or anybody that voted for Buhari say he does not know, or probably that means that person is a liar, or that person is dull. Yes, that person is dull. Say you don't know, say you are just dull. Now you dull. From 2015, I know this man was a disaster, and he proved me right. From 2015, I knew it was a disaster. Imagine people that does not even have this human sympathy, and people that are in position in this country. How do you expect the country to grow? I don't like saying people that don't have, I would not say people that as people we voted for. Nobody voted for Tinubu. I am always stressing it. Nobody voted for him. And believe you me, when this revolution or when this protest starts, people like Mahmoud Yakubu, people like those Samani, people like what's this Supreme Court judge name? This Akwa Ibom man, what's his name again? Iyan. Those are the people that people should make sure they find, because those are the people that minded all this that happening to Nigerians. The country is on its knees. People, the country is derailing by the minute, by the second.
Is it just me?
Exactly, I was about to say. No, okay, I think I was even about it, but I think it's just because of his feedback. I didn't want to interfere too much. All right, I think.
What is it? Was I not? Were you not hearing me?
No, you have ended the solution.
You say?
Anyway, no, I think you just stopped speaking towards the end, but in my mind, I expect you have ended the solution.
Oh, okay. Probably it was network, but anyhow, I believe most of the things I've said have been heard. Anyways, thank you for the opportunity for spirit that you've given to me. But I think each and every one of us should try as much as possible to help those we can, and also always speak out for solution, because there's a big problem in Nigeria. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much, everybody. Thank you very much. Yeah. All right. Quickly, I'll just go straight to Naira exchange rate. After Naira exchange rate, I'll come to. Sure, I'll come to you, but pardon me to go to Malam Jabri first. I know normally his network is not make drop him off. So after Naira exchange rate, we'll go to Malam Jabri. Mike, I see you.
Because I'm a politician.
Well, meaning, thank you. Saddam, I greet you. Jimmy, good to have you back, man. And I greet everybody else on the space this evening. Because of time, I will just dive in. There is something that we've been talking about, hunger in Nigeria, but I want to take another aspect and really talk about it. There is also hunger for the elites and the people that rule Nigeria as well. And let me explain what I mean. Recently, you might have heard of somebody called Dozie Maduabusi, a Nigerian that suddenly wanted to buy Sheffield United. And later it was discovered that this guy had some funny dealings with the US Stock Exchange. And the case is still out there. One of the things we must not forget is that Tinubu spent billions for this election. P2B recently showed us how much he committed to it. But the difference was that Peter spent his money. The question I want you to think about is, whose money did Tinubu spend? Because usually he doesn't like spending his money. Recently, he's been going to France. We're still tracking those trips. There's something going on with hunger with the guys at the top. That money has to be paid back. And before he begins to solve your problems for your food crisis, the people that have loaned him that money want their money back. Let me use an example. Since 2014, they did a deal called the Eco-Atlantic. Which organization floats that kind of billions without making profit and exists for more than 10 years? My people, we need to follow the money. There are bigger problems that are happening in Nigeria. Thank God for the publication that came out about the deal of Oando and Ajip. Let me ask a question here. I don't think 10% of the people here can tell me how much Oando bought Ajip for Nigeria. None of the newspapers are talking about it. How much did they buy that company for? The only news we got somewhere and from one of the big reporters this was about $500 million. And that's just the lowest estimate. $500 million is not something that is just floating somewhere. Somebody had to commit the money. My point is that the top dogs that you call top dogs in Nigeria are looking for money. They are looking for dollars. They're not going to be looking for dollars to solve your problem. 2 weeks ago, I made a comment here and I said, They're not going to solve the problem for another 2 years because the indices all show that we're heading the wrong direction. And the indices we are tracking is not just about some funny statements they give you in Nigeria. For example, your CBN governor came out to the public, to the world, and said that the reason we have a dollar scarcity is because people are going to school. And everybody was looking at this man like he's intelligent. And he wasn't blinking when he said it. You know, some of the things that happen, we look at it and some people think this is joke. This is a joke. It's not a joke, that is what's going on. Read the history. When Argentina went into problem, it took them about, let's say, 14 years to move into a disaster of an economy. Today, they've not recovered. Nigeria, so far, we've done about 9 years of joking around. We have maybe at most 5 more years to go. And then things will really crash. I don't want to sound too terrible because sometimes I think about the obedience that will be affected by this. So I'll say to everybody here, you really need to think critically about what is going on and what your plans are. This is not a joke. There's no economy that has the kind of way the naira is falling that survives. Today, the dollar is at 1,825 if they're going to sell it to you. The pound is at 2,210 and climbing. So please, if people look at all these things, you know, when I see people protesting, I say, it's actually not in your favor to be out there protesting. You should be thinking, what exactly is going on? What should I do? Because this is not a joke. Let me end by saying this. A lot of money has left our foreign reserves. A lot of money. We're bankrupt, guys. I posted something when it was found out that we can't even account for money that are meant to be in the reserves. The first thing you think about is all the loans you're owing immediately become at risk. We're working on a time bomb. And when I pray, this is my prayer, may we not have a natural disaster. Any disaster will tip us over the edge very fast. So even that 5 years I'm saying it might take, it might happen in a year or two if there's a natural disaster. Yield the mark at this point.
All right, thank you very much, Naira Exchange with you get it. As in, you get it. All right. All right, I'll just quickly take Malam Jabre. I know you are dropped off again. Malam Jabre. Should kill APC for APC.
All
kills.
right. Okay. Abado boys reported my account. I'm in Elon Musk's prison right now. I cannot tweet. I cannot like. I cannot repost. I cannot do anything till after
What did you do?
12 or 15 hours. Children of the evil forest. They have reported my account because of kill APC before APC kills you, and because I insulted Damatawale. I call him mad person, crazy person, and whatsoever. So they reported my account. I'm told, but I will be fully back in the next 15 hours by the grace of God. So I'm just here to update you that even though you see we are not happy with the current situation in the country because people are suffering. As I'm talking to you, my phone now is almost on do not disturb almost every time because people request so it's not funny at all seriously, but the reality is the hardship that is coming, I'm telling you, is unimaginable because now last week I went to the market to buy some palm inputs that I will be used for the next coming farming season. The situation, I'm telling you, was not funny at all. Everything is not affordable. Fertilizer now is almost 36 to 37,000. Something that was just 18,000.
I think we're losing. Is it just me? I think we're losing Malam Jabre.
We're actually losing him. I can't hear him.
Ah! Oh, wait. Malam Jabre, we can't hear you. Are you still there? No, Madam Gabi, you need to come back and give. No, I'm someone that's close to agriculture to an extent. So,
You understand? That's the angle I want
yeah,
to, we have not even talked about. These guys are the ones that will feed this, that feed the country as it stands. And
20,000.
agriculture is.
Continue
Malam,
like
Malam,
this.
we
Madam
lost
Gabi,
you.
we
Malam,
lost you at some point. Are you there?
we
Okay,
lost you at
can you?
fertilizer is
Fertilizer is
now
now
36,000.
yeah.
Okay, so fertilizer is fucking expensive now. It's expensive. Insecticide, herbicide, pesticide, everything that has to do with agriculture is expensive. Petroleum is now 680, 670. And you know, transportation is one of the most sensitive factor in agricultural production. So you see all these factors, there are factors that need to be considered. So with this kind of thing, I'm telling you, the problem that is coming is unimaginable. We cannot continue like this because people will be dying. People are even dying safe now because of hunger. Are we going to continue like this to allow this old man to kill us? We must kill them before they kill all of us. Yes, and that is the reality. I'm telling you. So let's do all it takes to make sure that we tarnish the image of APC and anybody in the APC. This Tinubu should just go and leave us, please and please. Wallahi, I'm tired. I'm telling you. I'm not hungry. I can take care of myself. I can do everything. But what? The people around me are suffering. Whenever I go out, wallahi, I have to come back, with a broken heart. Day before yesterday, I went for my Subhi prayer around 5:30 a.m. When I was about to enter mosque, I saw a woman with 4 children. I was scared. I almost ran away because it was something strange to see a woman, at the mosque by 5:30. I saw that woman by 5:30 a.m. at the mosque. She was there to beg for what to eat. The same morning, I came out of the home. I was on my way to somewhere else. There is one guy, one gentleman that I know in my area for about 20 years. I know that man. He has been doing well. He said, Malam, please, I want to talk to you. I said, okay, Baba, what's the issue? He said, please and please, I know this is improper and this is normal, but I need your assistance. I said, okay, what's the issue? He said, it's been 5 days now. They haven't cooked anything. They have been drinking gari. And he has guests from his village now. They don't even have what to take for breakfast. Please and please, I should assist him. A responsible man. So you see, and one idiot guy will come out and be saying they are familiar with hunger. I don't want to mention his name. So you see, these people, we have to kill them before they kill all of us. Kill APC before APC kills you. This is all I have to say for
Yeah.
Thank you. But remember to kill APC, please.
Madam
Thank you.
Gabi. Omo. Madam Gabi, are you still here? Yeah, I wanted to ask you a question actually. I know you have probably farms at different places, yeah? So is it all your the way you farmed before? Is it all your farmland that you cultivated this dry season?
No. It's not possible because some years back we used to cultivate around 100 hectares, but now this year we are planning to cultivate only 20. And I know people. Majority of the farmers we have in Nigeria, are subsistence farmers. Subsistence farmers are the farmers that only cultivate to feed themselves and their members of the family. So out of that 70%, this year, I'm telling you, the people that will cultivate liner will not be up to 20%, because 75% of farmers or people living in rural area cannot afford fertilizer to buy fertilizer at that rate. And each hectare now, if you should cultivate 1 hectare for the land that is fertile, the least you can apply is 10 bags of fertilizer. So just calculate. Let's assume 36,000 times 10, 360,000 just for fertilizer. 360,000. So in previous years, you can use 200,000 to cultivate 1 hectare. So now just 360,000 for fertilizer. Just imagine herbicide, just imagine pesticides, just imagine insecticide, just imagine the transportation. Now you will end up spending more than 1 point something million in 1 hectare. How much are you going to get? And how many people have that money? Even me now, I don't have money to cultivate 50 hectares. So you see, the situation is terrible, fucking terrible, and there will be a food scarcity. I'm telling you, because most of the farmers will not be able to cultivate, and majority of commercial farmers are exporting. So you see, hunger is coming.
Hmm.
Kill APC before APC kill you.
Man, I don't know, man. You know, every time when I say it here, sometimes I think people think maybe it's really exaggerated. We will see by June. We will see by June. So, in case if you don't understand what Malam just said, there are. So, of course, I remember there was one of his lines, he couldn't go to court of insecurity. Let's even minus that one. So, there's one that insecurity has reduced. They cannot go, some farmers cannot go. But apparently, now, so because of input, you were right, the cost of cultivating 1 hectare of rice used to be around 230 something, 200. So at this rate that you said now, it should be over ₦1 million. So the point is that there will not be enough people who farming in the first place. Then even those few that farmed, we have no choice. It's not because they want to. We have really no choice but to increase their prices. Of course, if someone does use 1 million to cultivate what you normally cultivate for 200,000, I don't understand. Will you come and sell it to you for free? You have to make his price times 10, really, at the very least. It's crazy. Sure, we'll go ahead. After Sure, we'll come to me.
Thank you, well meaning. I greet you, EmirSirDam, Jimmy. So it breaks my heart to know that Nigerians are going through this. And Nigerians, I mean myself and others who have to live through this madness. Coming from where Malam Jabir spoke, growing up having farmed with my father and known how important agriculture is, it's sad to see that there is a strategic attempt to actually cause hunger in the land. So last week we heard of an attack on a particular locality in Benue State, and I called my friend the day after and I said, I hope you're alive. He said, oh, apparently I am, thanks be to God. It wasn't my place they came to. I asked, what is the challenge? He said, do you know that the community they actually sacked is the community where they produce one of the best of these crops, but now they can't come there to harvest because they attacked them. Just like you said, well meaning, a lot has happened. And I think it's a very strategic attempt to cause some sort of hardship. Like we know we are in an experiment where they test us with hardship. And if we don't end them, they will end us. Now, I would quickly brush through a few things I wrote down while I was thinking. This country being run by this person are running a Gestapo movement. High-handedness is their ball. Everybody is threatening. Everybody is doing one thing or the other. Today, we saw a video of BDC operatives and EFCC exchanging gunshots. There is chaos in the land. There is actual madness in the land. And like I've spoken. I am pissed. I am totally pissed. I have spoken today. I took out time to talk to a lot of people and tell them to be angry. I know where to channel this anger to. I pointed them in this direction because I had to do that. But unfortunately for me today, I also met someone who I thought I respected. And then he broke my heart by telling me those things that well-meaning says. When you hear the so-called educated ones amongst them speak, you will be broken. And I told him, lest I insult you, sir, don't speak anymore to me. Don't say any more words to me, or else it will turn out to be dirty. And we are working. This was on set. We're shooting something. I said, don't talk to me anymore, because if you continue on this trajectory, I would insult you. And I don't want to do that today. I want to just be calm. So that is where we are as a people. These guys will gaslight us, will tell us how these are baby steps to the progress we intend to enjoy as a people. Me, I don't vex. I've always said this and I will maintain it. You will not find me in the house the day the madness escalates and hit the fan. I know where I dey go. Nigerians, when will you totally vex and chase these fuckers out of the country? We cannot continue down this line. See, anybody wey know dey buy things for market no go know wetin dey happen. These mad people that we are talking to and bantering with have never bought a bag of rice in their entire lives, so they don't understand. They're only buying things at extra naira, so they don't understand that the actual value of things have gone to shit. Me, I don't tire. I am actually pissed. Anybody will look me sideways, ego collect. Ego really collect. Please, Nigerians, may una vex. May una vex. I need us to vex. So please, we need it in our lives. Because if we not vex, they go finish us. Thank you, well meaning. I will yield at this
Yeah.
point.
Thank you very much, Sean. Thank you for that submission. Well, that's. I mean, I feel like I knew this thing before, but just generally, you know when you know something in your mind, you're just wishing you are wrong, and you now eventually you just say that maybe you are wrong, guys. You are just the one saying it. It's not really there. To see someone confirm it like that was just really heartbroken. Mike, please go ahead.
Wemini Koyo.
Don't know, sir.
Don't worry about. Saddam, I salute you, my brother. As you see, the thing is this: we are all saying hunger, 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 but let's not forget that this is just one part of it. Because soon we will graduate to starvation, right? Where you've starved your body and you cannot process even when you've been able to see something to eat. So let's think about the ripple effect, the medical ripple effects across the entire chain. Um, I don't pity people. I think I do respect people's decisions and choices. I expect that as an adult, you should understand there is alternative to stupidity, and you should behave. You know that it's going to be tough, and I understand that nobody can take bigotry or tribalism to the bank or take it to the market to exchange for goods and services. If you say the particular section of the country or across the country, they are starving or they're hungry, so you don't know that there are consequences to who becomes your leader, who's going to take decisions on your behalf. This brings me to this point: pedigree, respect, decency. You see, there are some people when they walk into a room, they command the respect of everybody there because they've earned it personally and professionally. That's who Peter Obi is. Why there are people, the moment you hear their name, right? I don't want to deal with this individual because you don't trust them. There is something that will just keep you away from them. So who leads you really matter. And it's so unfortunate that the moment somebody stepped into the villa, he becomes an ethnic thing. Oh, that we personalize him. He's our own, You can't touch him. So whatever he does is right. And he carries this same mentality in his appointment, protocol. So it's crazy. You can do that at the local government level where everybody knows everybody. But not everybody knows the president of Nigeria. You can just hear that you have this social individual. But it matters before you vote for him. So we need to be emotionally intelligent. I agree with Grandmaster on that. But we also need to be emotionally resilient and tough too. Because you can't build a society where people get away with so much impunity. Why do you think the Nigerian leaders are so out of touch? They are so disconnected from the people. So Tinubu, nepotism, obviously, when the Buhari was there, he was looting the entire treasury with reckless abandon, you know. So you cannot tell me now that there's not going to be ripple effect across the economy, across every sector of our national, you know, structure as a country, if we're actually a country. So please, anybody who wants to protest, well, it's up to you to hit the street. But as far as I'm concerned, somebody brought in the property and he said he want to sell it, and I bought it because he's hungry. So, and though you have capital currencies, you say you are earning in dollars, you're earning in euros, you're earning in pounds. But the moment you change that money to naira, the money will just go film. So your country currency is as weak as your passport right now. So Nigeria is a total mess. So we need an overhaul of the entire system, whether we like it or not. It's not an ethnic thing. So thank you. You know,
thank you very much, Mike. You're totally right. More. We need to, even when we want to be emotionally, you know, intelligent and compassionate, we also have to be resilient. It's where we are in Nigeria, Sha. It does not require soft hand. I leave soft activities for Peter Obi. Let him keep, as in, I leave it for him to engage from the soft angle. But these guys we are dealing with, they are not humans, man. They are not humans. All right, quickly, I'll go straight to Eze Nnamdi. After, please, if you're in the speaker section, if you want to speak, just ensure that your hand is up so I don't call you for nothing. Eze Nnamdi, after which I'll come to Prince Savior.
Yeah, thank you very much, well-meaning. Saddam, good evening, sir. Saddam, 7 years before my mother's burial, I didn't go to church. Only went to church when on the day of her burial, you know, for the burial rites and all. And then after her burial in 2021, I've not gone to church up till today. But I also want to be thankful to this church and to this house. And I want to tell you, you are a prophet. And I encourage every Nigerian here to encourage Nigerians to worship with us here. Because everything Saddam says is coming to pass. Having said that, I want to announce to the whole house, I am for anarchy. Anarchy. When you people use the word protest, it means it never clear for your eye. I am for anarchy and revolution. Total scattering, total destruction. Because that is the only thing that can salvage this country now, as I speak to you. Total destruction, total anarchy. Now, and for me, I am more interested in the anarchy, starting with the political elites in the north and south. The one that is now remaining, Nigerians will now loot them like we are looting Dangote trucks now, because the thing is now moving from stage 1 to stage where we are now. For those people that buy food in trucks, I'm sorry. The driver might call you that he's somewhere in Abeokuta, and the whole food stuff, everything have been looted. That is stage where we are now. Very soon, we will start looting politicians and their convoy. And both the military and the police cannot stop it, because them too, they are hungry. Now, speaking about northern elites, that like the Sultan of Sokoto that said Nigeria is sitting on a keg of gunpowder. Emir of Kano that said, go and tell your husband the north is hungry. The man, Yusuf, that went to TV and said that the silence of the north is lethal. No. It is time for you to show the lethality of your anger. If it is possible for you, Abuja is in the north, start by invading Aso Rock. It's very close to you. Show the lethality of that your hunger. Show the lethality of that your anger. Not by throwing threats on TV stations here and there. That one is still starting. And I'm happy with what the southern elites are doing too. You see the way Yoruba Southwest have deployed some of their boys to Arise TV to counter what the man from the north said. That is the type of battle I want going on. Let the northern and southern elites bring out their daggers and their AK-47 and finish themselves first, so that the number we are going to handle as Nigerians will be very small, so that the revolution will not, it will just take a very quick sweep, sharp. You understand? Having said that, I'm also very thankful and grateful to Tinubu. No matter how you see it, he's my brother. Yes, he cheated me during the election, but we are all brothers. It is my turn. It is our turn. Be careful the way you are talking, because some of the people we have in the military now swore with the Quran from terrorism, and we have recruited them into the military. So if you are getting angry in the north, be sure your anger is very hot. Let it be very, raise yourself in the ways of the red caps in millions, so that you'll be able to battle the military when you start moving. I am grateful to Tinubu, my brother, Jagaban from the south, simply because he has demystified the bridges that the north will usually boast with. He took our southern brother to identify with your religion, your most popular religion, for you to give us power. You see, now we have power. Power. We can say, give me power. Now we have collected. If you listen to Wike, he said 2027. He said he has not seen who will challenge us. The South now, we have power. We are going to show you north, you northern elite. We will show you how to use power. Let me tell you, we have started by invading, if not because Tinubu invaded the dollar market in Abuja, dollar would have crossed 2,000 now. We are stabilizing the dollar. That invasion is what stabilized the dollar. So you people should be grateful to Jagaban, because he is doing everything in his power to stabilize this economy. The way we want to, you will not tell us how to lead. You have led your own, you are finished. Now it is my turn. It is my turn to lead. And going forward, that your dollar market, we need it. We need that dollar to stabilize this economy. And that invasion is a good move in a very right direction. And as I yield, my people, one bad thing this economy has done to me is that if you like, die, I don't help. I'm sorry. I paid ransom 10,275,000. I didn't disturb anybody. My father's health swung from 19 million to 38 million. I did not disturb anybody. If you hire, I sell property and keep moving. So my advice to Nigerians, and if you are obedient on this space, my advice to you is: 1, don't be sick. 2, endeavor not to die. These are the two. If you can do these 2 things for me, ayakwana. Don't be sick, and please endeavor not to die. And while we are waiting for the hunger revolution, try to be dressing in rag, torn clothes. Be very close to the grassroots. The bridge you need to build is to connect with those poor people around you. Sometimes faint, so that they will raise money for you and think that you are not okay and you are not feeding well. This is a time to identify with the poor Nigerians, not to show off your wealth. If not, by the time when the thing come, even you that is dressing well, you go collect. Thank you very much, and I yield.
Oh my God. All right. Oh God, you got to love honest space. To be honest, as it honest space, one place I can bring reality to you where you are thinking. One person will come and help you so that you don't go and get hypertension. Because the way man, now me go ask man a big question after I don't answer me, I don't think. I don't think about it by people for us. He say, how did people go to survive? If that's what I don't want you man a talk with it. He say they pre-4 for DND. Do not disturb nowadays. But yes, it's older the cocoa now. So anyway, I mean, but these are Nigeria situation is I don't know. We need to just breathe.
Please, let's listen to this anthem one more time. I beg you, wait for your turn, or turn by turn. Our speakers have not got a chance to speak. I beg you, wait for your turn, turn by turn. If Tinubu don't reset our brains for this country, we will forever remain dumb. I swear to God. Let's just allow this man, let him crash this country, let him crash it. And I'm saying this right now for you guys to understand that the revolution that is going to happen, you see your pastors, you see your imams, you see your traditional leaders, your native doctors, all of them will follow and collect from the Nigerian citizens. These people, so right now, people are saying, we're doing protest. No, we're just wasting our time protest. No. When you see, revolution, I even believe we will start from the one that the malam will be in the mosque. See that one animal that came out and say, so in Marine, say wait. Just talking nonsense. The revolution that will happen, we just open his mouth and say that thing. Somebody will stand up from the mosque and give you hot slap. That is when we understand what we're doing. That one pastor will be on the pulpit and saying, there is hope, just pray. One person will just collect microphone and scatter his head. We will get to that point. All these fabrics that have held the crop system still standing now in Nigeria, everything must crack. It must crack. So for now, guys, let us catch cruise, enjoy ourselves, have fun, and laugh at the children of the roasted corn because we told them. Obedience as you're suffering, please be suffering with anticipation and happiness in your heart that you told them. That should be your consolation prize. And as Malam say, as Ezenab said, please be closer to your grassroots. It is time for you to start talking to those people on the street. Those your gate man, your people, bike men, your shoemaker people, because when it starts, they'll be looking at you like Tinubu. Important message. When I jump back to you, let's keep the show going, please.
Yeah.
I think let's extend for probably 30 more minutes and we'll wrap up all the speakers here and we'll shut it down.
Yeah. After that, your song just now, a few moments later.
Oh, yeah. It's got people are already angry that this is the worst government.
Okay. Hey. Anyway, quickly, let's just go straight to, all right, Prince Savior, after which I'll come to justice. Prince Savior, are you there? Prince Savior. All right, if you're not there, justice, kindly go ahead.
Hello. Can you hear me?
I mean, it's kind of, yeah, go ahead, listen.
Yes, thank you very much. Well-meaning Nigerian, EmirSirDam, Lamin, Jimmy was here, Mommy Bolanle, and a group of other reasonable Nigerians and obedience on the space. It calls for sadness, actually, that Nigeria is in a state of quagmire. Like Sizzle has always predicted, it's a terrible situation right now. What most shockingly made me really bad tonight is the submission of Malam Jabre. Hunger is in the land. We have a sawdust economy headed by the man that is taking baby steps of pain. Yes, I think going forward, there's really no need, picking up Nigerians who fall on the streets. Yes, if somebody falls on the streets, give the person pure water, because even you that is trying to help the person who fell doesn't also have enough. Probably we have not also provided for your family members. So don't give food, give pure water. Let the suffering.
My brother, one pure water is 15 naira. Oh. One
Oh
pure
my
water, not
God.
one bag. One pure water, 15 naira. Give pure water.
Okay, so let the suffering go deeper and wider while Tinubu takes in more taxes. That is the way we shall solve the economy. Oh yes. So let it continue. Let the hunger continue. Let it get wider and wider. Yes, let it get wider and wider. Because Nigerians have Stockholm syndrome. Yes, we have Stockholm syndrome. We know they hear what. The most important and most painful part of what is going on right now is that we are so laid back in thinking and in organization that even if we have another election right now, there's still bigots that we say, oh no, he's my brother now. My brother should be there rather than somebody that will fix the country. So please, it is absolutely no more time to have sympathy for anybody. So anybody who is coming here to tell me, do this, I'll do that. No. That is gone. It is gone like subsidy. Okay? Right now, if anybody falls, just continue, just keep going. Keep going. You're not the person that failed the person now. Hunger failed the person. So there's no problem. On the mandate, we shall continue to stand. The criminal drug baron was never elected president of Nigeria. So whatever you people will see now, you will see 4 times the suffering.
Yeah.
Let the poor breathe.
All right. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Justice. Quickly, I'll go straight to. Okay, let me come to Dr. Olu, after which I'll come to Zari. Zari.
Yeah.
Get women for you. They mix them.
All right. Should I allow women to talk? The lady to talk then?
No,
Yeah,
go on.
people say you not go knife for her, so make we go ready now.
What is
Go
it?
ahead.
Anyway, my own point is just to collaborate a lot of things that have been said, especially regarding the hunger. And like usual, I will come on the perspective of health-wise. And in as much as people are aware of what we call Agbo in Nigeria, these Agbo, Jedi, all those kind of medications now. Unfortunately, that is what is reigning now. A lot of people cannot even afford their drugs because I have people that I pay for their drugs. But me, but the message here is, I have never expected this man to be as bad as this. A situation whereby the economy or what, as in they have lost touch of reality. Imagine this useless Oyelowo, what is his name? They don't understand the nitty-gritty of what is happening in the country. They still believe it is all this roadside economy. His own analysis was that the CBN is the one responsible for the dollar rising. Maybe it's even all this cryptocurrency where they should sack more of those bank officials. That is the way they are thinking. They don't understand that the same useless guy that is your president have a lot of frivolous things that he attached to his budget, living a very flamboyant life. How do you want to convince me that to me to sacrifice or the responsibility of what's happening in the Nigerian economy is not from the president in terms of the effort you have been putting, rather than you focusing more on CBN? CBN is not really the problem. CBN has their own problem, fine, but there are a lot of things going on. Look at this Mr. Malam now. Agricultural produce
is being affected. It's not like there is no even food there's not like we don't have food. The problem is that people cannot even afford it. So personally, I don't know how. I am no longer proud of my country. I have to be honest. Because even if I'm at work, before I say Jack Robinson, the Ghanaian people start making jest of me that, there's some things that you cannot even share your timeline because you have a foreign number. You realize that if I share the rate that Nigerian naira is depreciating, what kind of impression am I giving myself? So personally, I think we should just brace up. As Saddam has said, I don't want to imagine what will happen by December next year. I don't want to imagine it. Because if within 8 months, things has become so tough and so unbearable for people, and the funniest thing is, unlike the Hausas, whereby, or let me say Tinubu Buhari that was loved, even though the guy disappointed, Tinubu was not loved by the Southwest. So it is going to be very easy for him to have a revolution, for people to revolt against him. People may be thinking those kind of people protesting are fake or not. Whether they are fake or not, any information or any propaganda is propaganda. The fact that Yoruba people are seeing him as doing this kind of things, it's going to be easy for everybody to be triggered. But my own point is, I'm hoping that, I'm not even hoping, but I just believe that whatever is happening now is not about prayer. God will grant us the grace to survive, because I don't know how people are surviving. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much, Dr. Olu. Let me quickly, Zari, please, pardon, let me quickly take health as well. Then I'll come to you, Zari.
Thank you, well-meaning, who gave me the speaker. What I want to say is, Tinubu is a first-class Olori Buruku. First-class Olori Buruku. When it comes to food, Tinubu, a few months ago, he declared state of emergency on food security. Please, somebody should tell me what he did, apart from doing audio declare. Did he secure our food basket? Did he give farmers a palliative? Like Malam Jabai was saying, insecticide, pesticide, seeds, everything has gone up. So apart from declare it, for the past 1 week, Rufai has been giving them jibes that this silo that they said they're going to release grain, Shekokoro silo to Soruni, which who has seen food that he released from silo? Answer me. Today, foolish, idiotic Shetima went on television and said this Obian Atiku causing all this, and they intercepted some lorries. Where is the evidence? They want to intercept any lorry. Is that Nigeria's problem? And these people are still stealing. Washing Jali. I don't know who saw David's post yesterday about round tripping. What Emefiele and Buhari are doing. They are still doing it. My second cousin is his essay for protocol. How much is a essay on paper per month? At least we saw Bashir Ahmed's one last year when he was working with Buhari. Over 1 million. My second cousin owned that 500,000 naira and 2,000 pounds. So they are still stealing. They are stealing. Tinubu cannot because he's part of them. 3/4 of those people, those boys in NAS, they are his boys. So all this foolishness, don't share investigation, this is audio. Oh, they are still stealing. Look at how much was the pounds last week. How much is it today? Power, nikini and loss, okay. And people are suffering. People are suffering. Even I want to vote for. I want to pay because some people are like illiterate or not semi-illiterate. They're not that savvy to know that this man, he can't do anything. That they don't know better. They haven't seen good governance. So they will say, I did Lagos State. He built Lagos State. Kilo Kodeko. What did he build in Lagos State? Somebody should tell me. Which infrastructure was it the one that built Lekki Ikoyi link? Somebody should please answer me. Because me, I left Nigeria when they built that bridge. Who built that bridge?
It tamed the Atlantic. We know that one. It tamed the Atlantic from coming.
It's a show will tame engineer. So apart from tame Atlantic, that's what Tinubu did. That is the Lagos he built. He felt he could look. I hadn't driven in a long time, and I drove last week. You know what? When you are driving automatic, and they say you are just coasting. Tinubu coasted in Lagos State. He coasted, so people thought, he's a dullard. That's why Nigeria is suffering now. He has no clue, and also that one clue. All they are there is to steal. They have, most of us are not economists now, and we can prefer solutions. Ordinary food basket, ordinary silo. What you can palliative. Who has seen palliative? Who? So according to Malam Jabbar, if we don't kill APC will kill us. We need to kill APC. I yield the mic.
Thank you very much. Man. All right. Quickly, we'll just go straight to Zaria. I think I have less than for the time I have left. Maybe the speakers will just take like 2 minutes ish. I'll go to Zaria. I'll come to Master Therapy, then Emmanuel.
All right. Thank you, well-meaning, and everybody. Now, let me just touch a little on the Igbo, on the silence, what they said, that the unusual silence of the Igbos about, the protest. I think maybe we just jumped something deadly that is likely going to come, which is a very bloody, I don't know whether to call it a crisis or a civil war or whatsoever. And then not to bore you with some history acrobatics, but you would remember what basically led to the civil war. Some category of politicians had issues, and then somebody needed somebody from a part of the country to lead something. And at the end of the day, it was pain. So it's basically the same thing that was almost going to be repeated. You boast of the population, you boast of the numbers and everything, you boast of whatsoever, you boast of even owning the country. I think the same man that made that statement claimed that, the North actually owns whatever oil is in the offshore, looking at the mileage, on the land and all of that. Now, and then it's time to act. And because there's a group of people that look like fools to you, then you give them the impression that you are needing their moral, stance to lead it, so that at the end of the day you get to scatter something, you get to do away with the government, and then you get to have an ethnic group that will pay for whatever consequences will fall back. So whatever problem we think we have with the government, those that worked hard to put him in, with their bigotry and their fanaticism and their rigging and whatsoever, basically you can multiply that by 1,000,000 times. And rather unfortunately, these people are not operating from the standpoint of the love of the masses, or identifying with their plight. The simple reason they are having an issue with Tinubu is because they have been out of power. Somebody spoke and said he thanks God, he is happy because power has gotten out of the north and it has gone down, to the south. And basically that's just what the problem is. Because I could tell you, even though it may sound petty, but the truth of the matter is that, change the city minister, change the chief of defense staff, change the secretary to the government of the federation, and a couple of other appointments, and appoint co-northerners. There are people that even if hunger would kill 10,000 people daily, and then a bag of rice will sell for 400,000, they will never speak. So the simple idea is that we feel power is getting out of our hands and we capitalize on everything. So identifying with the plight of the masses is not at the crux of it. It's more or less power is actually slipping out of our hands and we must do everything possible. And then the Igbos look like the people that are fools, that don't understand power unless they are being used to do something evil. Now, with regards to hunger, frankly speaking, when you go to the rural areas, I will round up on this point. When you go to the rural areas, you will pity them, that is one, but then you will understand that we are close to something extremely dangerous. Now, the reason is because in those areas, they basically survive on what they farm. And then you would understand that the hunger itself that we talk about and the suffering we talk about hasn't actually rolled out. Basically, what we have is the supposed, middle class that buy things and, hey, it's expensive, rice is this is that, and all of that. Basically, it's simply because you could see what to buy very expensive. But in a couple of months from now, or possibly when whatever it is that is in, when whatever it is that has been hoarded and all of that comes. For instance, in the Middle Belt, I can tell you that almost 40 or so % of our lands have been lying fallow, in some places for maybe a year or two. And as it is now, it's likely that a greater percentage of it will lie fallow. Not that they will be farming with fear, but they can't even access it, because there are people that have been basically commissioned to ensure that that doesn't happen. It's deliberate. So finally, I would say, beyond this evil men that have run this party, Buhari and Tinubu, APC itself is a machinery that has been set in place to basically destroy the country. And unless something happens, they are likely going to do it. And we cannot stop that via election. We will have to put an end to it as a people. And until we're ready to do that, then frankly speaking, we will watch this country burn down, and it will spill a lot of blood. It's dangerous, but basically it's happening. And we can only put an end to it, but not this particular lie that somebody is saying he needs Igbo people to speak up. No, we will do it our own way. We will take it our own way, not because somebody has schemed something and he wants us to jump on it. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you very much, Harry. Thank you. That was a very good submission. I don't think a revolution is even going to be like ethnic based, religious. People will do what they want to put for equality and life. So now, best way me and you guys scatter things just now Muslim will be on a Christian, or that's what will happen actually. Thank you very much. All right, quickly we'll take Omar Therapy. Can you do like 2 minutes? Then I'll take Emmanuel Ajani for 2 minutes.
Good evening, well-meaning. Good evening, EmirSirDam. Am I being heard? Because I've been going off and on like. Okay, thank you for the opportunity to speak. Hey, Lamine, I missed you. I was so happy to hear from you after such a long time. It was sitting to my soul to hear you today. Hunger strike. Okay. It's shocking to know that hunger strike is actually a form of protest that people use outside this country. In some countries, like prison inmates, prisoners use hunger strike to protest like the inhumane living conditions, or maltreatment being meted to them by the prison guards. They're like, they have food though, but they will refuse to eat. They use hunger as a form of protest to say we're not going to eat. Then they will now ask them, why are you guys not eating? They will now say, because they are treating us this way inside, criminals inside prison. They are using hunger as they're using it as a means of protest, to protest inhuman living conditions. And they will actually get attention, people, the doctors will complain that these inmates are not eating and everything. And then we are not even using it as a form of protest. It's like we're actually hungry. We don't have the food. And Nigerians are not out on the streets. That's madness. So what are we waiting for, Nigerians? Maybe we're waiting for starvation. Yes. Maybe that's what, because Emir, you're saying, like, every time you're saying, when the hunger, I think the point they're waiting for is actually starvation. Now, we're not hungry anymore. Now, people are now dying from hunger. That's what Nigerians are waiting for. They're not waiting for people to start. Now people are not dying yet. They are fainting, and they will pour them water and give them some food and everything. So maybe Nigerians are waiting for starvation when people now start dying from hunger, right center. People are just dropping dead. Is it at that point that we will come out to the streets to protest? Like, how? I don't understand it. If prisoners in the prison can use hunger as a form of protest to come out, they have food, but they're refusing food. They're saying they're not going to eat. We're actually hungry, and everybody is cool. It's calm. There's no protest going on. I heard one of the girls who was talking about talking during the protest in one of the states. I don't know the particular state, and she was saying, we still have faith in you. we still believe in you. She was telling Tinubu, we still believe in you. We still have faith in you. Is that the kind of protest you want me to go out to? To tell Tinubu that I still believe in him, I still have faith in him, to do something. To do what exactly? Wow, Nigerians, I'm so like I'm lost for words. I don't know what to say at this point. Bikono, let's not wait till we start starving and people start dropping dead on the street before we do something.
Right.
Thank you.
Thank you very much for mass therapy. That's brilliant solution. So, all right, quickly, Manuel Ajali.
Hi everyone. Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, depending on where you're spacing from. Um, there's hunger in the land, and it's really painful. I think a couple of days um a carpenter who I sometimes take out with me when I'm going to do an installation or a setup at a client's place called me desperately seeking for money, asking for how much was he asking for? 2,500 that he and his family had not eaten. And then you now begin to wonder, in a place like Lagos, what does 2,500 do for a man with a wife and a child? And then you now also now remember that there's still foolish people who believe that this government somehow has some salvation for them. Well, God be with you. I want to quickly zone in on the dollar rate. And why I want to zone in on this is because I think I want people to really understand some of the things that are really happening when it comes to this aspect. Now, for those of us that are in business and who have to do a lot of exchanges, I am in the tech space and I deal with hardware of tech, and you have to import laptops, devices, and all to supply. Now, understand something. In the market currently, there are three kinds of dollar rates that we have. One is the bank rate, which is the one that is most of the time cheaper, and I think it's about 1,700. Two, the one that most people buy, which is the black market rate, right? When you want to change to hard currency dollar, what your bookie gives you. And then there's something we call the selling dollar rate. Now, this selling dollar rate is what the man who you're buying your laptop from sells to you as. Many of you do not know that the prices of the item, why these prices will never actually drop, is because the prices that people had to be selling at, right? So the black market dollar rate is going for 1,825 currently. That's what it's going for. It would interest you to know that most of the rates that you're seeing or items that are being sold are sold at the rate of 1,900. This is the reality on ground. And I'm bringing this up so that some of you can actually get angry to really understand that we're not we're not in a situation where you can really think that things are just normal. We're in a dire situation. So it's time to put off all the uh, stupid arguments of whose fault it is and whose fault it isn't. For the Igbos, definitely, I'll tell you, hold off on any protest. But it's time to put off any argument on stupidity or whose fault it is and get to work to get this country saved. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you very much, Manuel Ajali. Yeah, that's actually true. There's the additional rates that people that buy imported goods will need to add, and it's crazy. All right. On that note, Mommy B. Okay, I'm sure you probably want to say something. Mommy
Sorry,
B.
yeah, no, it's
Okay.
not long. Just so people know, on Friday the 23rd, from 5 p.m. to 8 to 7 p.m. West African time, Adeco are inviting you to a space, inviting all well-meaning Nigerians to a space to mark the first anniversary of the state capture of Nigeria. Jimmy will be hosting the space. I will be co-hosting with him. Please join us. Whilst Nadeko seeks to set out how the role they can play in the liberation of Nigeria. So please join us. The flyer will come out at some point tonight. Check Jimmy's profile. He's scheduled the space. I have shared it to John Butron. Let's all listen to what Nadeko has to say, and so they can tell us what they have been doing and the benefits of people joining them, i.e. becoming members of Nadeko. Thank you. I yield.
All right, thank you very much, Mami B. All right, so you hear that the space is on. The space is actually on Jumbotron, so while we're rounding up, you can quickly go and schedule the space. We need to be there. I personally think I'm going to have like a very tough weekend. This is the weekend that kind of depicts what happened from, around 23rd, 24th, 25th, and eventually climax on the 1st of March. So it's going to, for me, it's going to bring a lot of memories that I really wish I could just block out. But we have to deal with it. It's a mess, and we have to deal with it. So thanks to everybody for coming on the space. I know there's still a lot of people that requested I couldn't speak. Of course, I could do it. It's always so difficult, but I think we were able to take a good number of persons considering the time that we had. So for those that couldn't speak, serious apologies, big apologies to you guys. We'll try to always bring as many people as possible. I think I saw there was somebody already give me a shout out earlier. Number one, Abiru, I've not seen. I don't know if you're still here. I've not seen you for a very long time. And just seeing your name on the space made me know at least you are still okay. So well done to you. Thanks to everybody for coming. Saddam.
All right, thank you very much, my brother. Thank you very much, John Ninja. Guys, thank you very much. I think we have come to end on that space. At the same time, we exceeded the time, but thank you guys. Just have to make sure we bring as much people up to speak. So many people did not get a chance to speak today. But please, it's not just intentional. It's just that we have to put a time cap to these spaces and also try to manage our own time effectively. From my side is just to encourage mostly, in fact, not just mostly, all obedience, because these are the people that I truly share the same ideology with, people I truly believe that want a better country, truly that people that stand for what is right in the country. I understand this week is filled with a whole lot of emotions for so many people. So many people will be down with PTSD because it's exactly 1 year. By this time last year, we were at the thick of the campaign season and trying to end the season, mobilizing people across the country. We were the ones that probably on Thursday we'll talk about the Labour Party and the nonsense that have been happening there. But for today, just to encourage you guys and know the amount of work we did. Many of us turned out to be polling unit agents. We were canvassers. We were every single thing. We delivered our polling units, and the criminal system said no. And so I want us to please reflect this week and understand that Bola Ahmed Tinubu did not win the elections. That is the most important thing we should always remember, because I always say one of the greatest problems we have as Nigerians is that we have a very short memory span. We forget so quick. We should always have this in our subconsciousness and remember that Bola Ahmed Tinubu is an illegitimate person sitting on that seat. He knows he did not win the election. That's why he doesn't freaking care. His money got him that place. And so as we get towards Sunday the 25th, which is going to be the day that makes it exactly 1 year, please remember those that I'm just reminding you people, those that say they want it's a World Cursed Day, please remember Yakubu Mahmood in anything you're doing. Remember that man and his generation unborn and all those that connived to make Nigeria the shithole it is right now. Remember them on Sunday. We'll be talking more about the problem on Thursday. But please, obedient, stay strong, stay fervent, understand that these times is a trying time for the nation, a trying time for every single one of us. And while you're passing through whatever you're passing through, understand that and remember that posterity is standing right with you because you did what was right. You stood on the right side of you were right that Tinubu was a disaster. And Tinubu has come to justify your righteousness that indeed he is a disaster. And it doesn't take up to 1 year for him to cast. The whole world can see it. The whole world can feel it. Nigerians know
the world know. If people from Cameroon can say it, if people across the nation of African continent can say it, they know that we have a working mannequin as president. Who are these children of the roasted corn that should intimidate you? So please, while you're in pain, if you're in the bus and hunger is paining us and obedience, and an abado is sitting next to you, laugh at that abado with your chest. Because even while you are hungry like he is or she is, you are hungry from the point of, if these people had done what was right, we'll be in a different situation right now. And hopefully, because for me on this platform, I always believe that I've said for a very long period of time that what can save Nigeria right now is an outright revolution of Nigerians going back and taking back their country and making sure the elite class stop taking us for a ride once and for all. Because truly power belongs to the people. Thank you guys. We'll be back here again on Thursday. I see every single one of you on the platform. Thank you, my brother, in Nigeria, one more time. Thank you, Zari Yusuf. Lami, women leader, it's good to have you back on the platform with Bolale. And please don't forget about the Nadeko space is happening on Thursday, on Friday. We'll talk about it more on Thursday. Please get ready for that space also. Everything that we can do as a people to make sure that there's conscientizing of the nation, making people get aware. Wake up, wake up, wake up, and take back our country is very, very, very important. If you didn't get a chance to speak today, please come back again on Thursday. Same time, 8 p.m. Nigerian time. We will be back here. You'll get a chance to speak and express yourself. All those that are requesting for the mic, one more time I say I appreciate you guys. Please do not take it too hard. We just can't go beyond this time. Thank you. I see you, my big bro, Mr. Chris. It's good to have you here. Jimmy, it's good to have you here. Thank you, my brother Jimmy, Big Mark. It's good to have you. Well-being Nigeria. Real ever best. Your network won't allow you. And guys, for some certain reasons, we're having a lot of glitches on the space today. I think they were reporting this space massively. So people were falling off and coming back, and it just affected the whole space. But hopefully Thursday will be better. Madam Jabir, thank you. I see my sister Pels. Good to have you here. And Shaibu Omega X, the sweet angel of the Real ever best fame. Nello, Honorable Ada, Dr. Mary White. Liberty, is good to have you back here. Mommy Anka Dede. Wilfred, God's Will for Nigeria, Don't Care Polonium, Justice, Naira Exchange, Obina Oluwadamilari, Olawaski, Bankole, Skipo, Madonna, Juwela, Osifa, Green Purple, Jerry Ed, Gladys, Adigwe, L Incoming Virus, Fetch, Osemo, Otumbadike, I see you. Tony, Shrubs, Vinoski, my guys, good to have you here, Mr. Waleri. The Jack, AK Priest, Chulo, good to have you, my brother here, Mike, Emmanuel Ajali, John Ville, Dan, Mama Wakiri, I see you. Kay, Wake Up, Maureen, I see a whole lot of you guys. Thank you guys for joining us again one more time on the Violence Space. I can't call all the names, but from the bottom of my heart, it is all love and light. We'll be back here, same station, same channel, 8 p.m. on Thursday. As we always say, please stay strong, Nigeria, because worse days lies ahead. Good night.